It's Wednesday night. In tonight's episode, we talk a little bit more about the Stan Lee, the final chapter documentary. The Power Rangers are back, baby. What is Electric State? Spoiler, it's a Russo brothers film. And talking Jonathan Hickman's East to West. Stick around on the Deeper Issues Nerdcast because your fandom awaits.
Of God, fantasies.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday. It is New Comic Book Day. Welcome to the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. If this is your first time joining us, we take the weekly geeky... Fuck, I'm eventually going to get that line right. This is only my third time saying it. We take the weekly geeky zeitgeist and translate it into Muggle speak. We'll deep dive into the latest movies, TVs, game, comics, and whatever wild thing the internet is fighting about today. And nerd-splain it. In other words, no nerdy background necessary to hang out. Whether you can recite the entire history of Middle-earth, or maybe you argue about Star Wars for sport, or you think Metroid is a type of allergy medication, myself and panel nerd-splainers have a PhD in pop culture in order to be your geeky guides to discovering what kind of nerd you really are. So welcome to the gateway to all things nerdy. No gatekeeping allowed. Welcome to the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. I did that. This week's panel of nerd-splainers, dorky devotees, roundtable of true believers, zeitgeist zealots. To my left, per usual. Oh, showing off the tats. I just noticed that too. Tatted up. Balloons in her face for some reason. What? Overworked, underpaid, Olivia Live, the good ditty, forever the good ditty. Know that joke will never get old. King.
Thank you.
The right hand here at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast, the man with way too many handles, Ty. Tyler is the name that was given to him at birth. Ciao. We got to use your birth name, dude.
All right.
Joining us back here, is this your third or fourth time? Fourth?
I want to say third.
This is third time. Model, streamer, artist, all around swell human being. Made her way all the way down from the Burr, past the orange curtain to be here with us, which is greatly appreciated, Miss Allison Teague. And you guys, and me, I'm Pablo.
And Pablo.
Pablo, you guys don't need to know me. It's all about everybody else. Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, dang, that was long, man. I'm working on that, folks.
He's winded.
I'm a little winded. I'm a little out of breath. This is a segment. Oh man, did we fill Allison in on this? But all right,
I'm filled in on nothing.
Oh, this is how we do it here at the.
We do it live.
It's my first day.
Yeah, well, Ty, you were supposed to debrief her, dude. Come on, you didn't have to.
I was getting snacks.
Like a good bureaucrat, I'm always just gonna pass the buck and be like, Ty, come on, dude.
Yeah,
did you catch Allison up on this?
Well, it's okay. I'll do it right now.
Catch me up on it.
All right. Well, the show is all about learning. So before we get into everything, we will be talking about Jonathan Hickman's East to West, by the way. At the end of this, we'll be going over our comic book haul. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, all of the weekly geeky zeitgeist. I wrote it and I can't say it. Wiki leaks.
Well,
before we get into that, what did we learn this week?
Da-da-ding.
All right.
Sorry, I'm like, there's like too much going on now.
Everyone take a deep breath.
I got an extra screen now.
Oh, yeah.
Ty does have an extra screen. He's got a lot going on. He really is. He's just like taking on, I'm dumping all the responsibility. I'm like, Ty, come on, Ty. Just take all of this
All here.
burden,
Got these
please.
little T-Rex arms.
No, you got it. Yeah, they're normal length arms. Wouldn't call them T-Rex arms. If you worked out a little bit, though, and they got a little swollen, then they probably would. You'd be like,
Yeah.
Little like Wolverine. You'd be like comic book accurate Wolverine.
I literally would be because he's also 5'3".
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's a good size.
That's a good size.
I feel like if you're 5'3", looking at you, I'd be like, this guy could take some people.
Dude, we could do the fastball special, you and me.
We could.
We could.
We'll work on that after the show, actually. Diddy, what did you learn this week?
Oh, no. Okay, well, it was St. Patrick's Day.
It was. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all those who celebrate.
Yeah,
I work the city of Chicago.
I work at a bar, as we all know. But it used to be an Irish pub, and everyone still thinks it's an Irish pub. So it was super busy. And what I learned is that most people really don't like Guinness, but they'll drink it on St.
What?
Patrick's Day. I poured over 100 Guinnesses, and everybody was like, ugh.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, why are you drinking it then? I guess
like
you could
Guinness.
get any.
Guinness is great.
I
yeah.
love Guinness. And if people like order it on their own, then they like it. But on St. Patrick's Day, people just order it just to order it.
Mm.
And I poured over 100 Guinnesses, and I probably threw out like 90 Guinnesses. So much wasted Guinness.
Yeah, the landfill is filled with plastic bottles and Guinness. Yeah,
hmm
pretty
Well, it's on a tap, so
much.
just pour the water.
The ocean is filled with Guinness.
Yeah.
Enjoyed those fish? I mean,
Yeah.
those Guinness is fish.
Fish. You said the punchline before.
Yeah, fuck. I always fuck that up. All right. Look,
But I love Guinness.
yeah,
On St. Patrick's Day, people just order it just to have it
Wow.
in front of them.
Ty's going to tell me I can't say this,
Oh God.
but
Uh-oh.
one of my favorite drinks
Oh,
is an
Uh-oh.
Irish car bomb.
yeah.
And I can't,
I didn't
Well,
say
it's
that.
offensive.
to the Irish,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Irish aren't offended by anything, man.
So like,
yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
so like, I have a friend who like, his mom does not she does not appreciate him calling it that, even though he'll drink it at his house.
hmm
She's like, oh, I'm gonna make an Irish car bomb. She's like, that don't call it that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to text somebody in Ireland right now.
Okay.
I'm not kidding you. I'm
No, I believe you.
To go ask around.
gonna text Tony Kelly, Irish comedian, star of The Hurler
Oh, yeah.
movie and show. I think that you can watch on Amazon Prime. And I'm gonna say, hey, bruv, is it racist
It's not
Well, it's not
racist.
to
racist.
call or offensive? Okay, or offensive to use.
That sounds like an either or.
Yeah.
It's not racist.
Is it racist or is it offensive?
When referring to that shot thing.
That sh-
You know what it is. It's like that.
What
It's
time is it
Bailey's
there?
and Jameson.
Surprisingly, I didn't pour a single one of those. Wait,
No one wants to pay an extra shot if they're already not liking the beer.
yeah.
I'm gonna text him right now. I don't know what time it is there.
Great.
I'm gonna tell
Like
him
9
I'm on a
hours.
live stream. But Tony Kelly will give me the answer. Whatever he says goes from now on. But I like the Irish car bombs. Until then, I'm gonna still use the term though.
Okay.
Look, I don't.
Settle down.
No, why is it offensive? What is it? Is it just you've met an Irish person,
Like
a
yeah,
person of Irish descent,
Yes.
and says, "Nah."
Yeah.
Well, you think
Well, it's
of,
during the
like,
troubles and
cultural
stuff,
Anything
yeah.
culturally.
I think during
But
like
I
the
didn't-
troubles and stuff,
Irish
people, yeah,
car bomb.
a lot of people died.
Was is that an actual incident though in history
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm aware
during
of.
the troubles.
quite a few.
Yeah.
during like the Depression?
No, the troubles.
It's-
That's what they're called.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't.
Wow.
Fill me in. Nerd explain, Olivia. I don't.
I'm not
I don't-
gonna
Okay,
nerd
wait,
explain
there
it.
was a movie.
Call the Troubles.
No. Well, probably, honestly.
Probably. yeah.
Leprechaun.
But no, the guy from 50 Shades, Jamie Dornan, is in it, and it was not that exactly, but Ireland has had like a lot of violence
Mm-hmm.
There's
take
also
place, like between Protestants and Catholics, between the English and the Irish.
Yeah. Colonization.
What would we call the drink then if we didn't call it that?
There's
Beer-
got to be another name.
beer in a shot.
Beer in a shot.
How about
A half a Guinness with
A dunk-
Bailey's
a
and
dunker.
Jameson.
stomach turbulence?
Stomach
For
Choo-
real though.
Choose your own adventure.
Can we say the St. Patrick's Day shot?
Yeah, I don't see why
Sure.
not.
How would you order
It's called the Little Dunker.
it? It's not called the little.
Stop.
Not called the little dunker.
I think it should be.
Potato in the
Oh,
pot of gold. I don't know.
Wow,
that makes
that
you...
works.
Let's not
That's
with the
worse.
potato.
That's
Hey,
worse.
hey, what did everybody else learn?
Well, I've got one related to St. Patty's.
All right, what did you
Ooh,
learn
let's
this week,
go.
Allison?
Well, it's stupid, but it was just that it's St. Patty's with D's instead of T's. If you're
Mhm.
gonna say St. Patty's Day. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, which is weird because it's Patrick.
Yeah. So I learned that
hmm
With
from an
D's.
Englishman.
Double D's.
No
Yeah.
less.
Well, yeah, and he also it's all bad.
It's all bad.
They say yeah, he was like an Englishman and he like drove the pagans out of Ireland by mass executing them. That's what the holiday is actually.
Yeah, we'll see.
And we drink and wear green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kiss
Well, you know why
people.
they. Is
that
that you kiss people on St.
Yeah,
Patrick's
kiss
Day?
me, I'm
It's like a
Irish
kiss
kind of
from
thing.
Irish
You're kissing Irish people though?
There's shirts and whole thing like kiss
Yeah,
me,
but
I'm
the-
Irish.
I thought you kissed the Blarney Stone, but
You do that too.
You kiss. Hey, you find an Irish person, you kiss them.
is that what happens on St. Patrick? Like if you're Irish, you instantly get kissed on St.
You've
Patrick's
seen
Day?
the shirts, or the
Yeah,
you've
but
seen
do
the sh-
people commit to those shirts? Are people like, all right, you're wearing the shirt?
I'm sure they do if they're at the bar and they're drunk and
Yeah.
flirting and they're like,
Can-
I'm Irish.
Yeah, can confirm. Working at a bar, a lot of people were kissed wearing those shirts.
Diddy, have you kissed anybody in a
Have I?
Yeah, have you done this?
I've never kissed anybody in my life.
All right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a saint.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Ty, have you ever kissed an Irish person on St. Patrick's Day?
No. What?
I don't know. I'm trying to get both sides of the spectrum here.
No.
Pablo,
that's sad.
Allison, have
then you
kissed
say,
an
"Do
Irish
you want
person
to?"
Have I kissed an Irish person?
on St. Patrick's Day who was wearing like a "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" thing?
No, I would, but like,
I don't think
I don't
anybody's
think
getting
the
kissed.
stars have aligned that way.
I don't think anybody's kissed wearing those shirts. I don't think anybody's.
She said she's witnessed it.
She just
Have you witnessed people in those shirts or with that slogan getting kissed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hey, shoot your shot. Wear the shirt.
Was that
Yeah.
a pun? Shoot your shot.
Oh,
Ty, did you learn anything else St. Patrick's Day related?
Well, St. Patrick's Day.
I don't know. I mean, this is the theme
Well,
now. I feel like
Well, I know. I feel like I had to commit. Well,
Yeah,
so
you
I
don't have to. You know.
Well, I looked up on Wikipedia just now. So what Diddy and Allison are referring to, the Troubles, it's also known as the Northern Ireland conflict.
Yeah.
And it is usually deemed to have ended with the Good Friday Agreement of 1998.
On Good Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot more that I'm not going to get into because this is a whole history lesson. But the dumb thing I was going to say that I learned this week is going back to your love, Pablo, for physical media.
Mm.
I was going to give away or sell like this old SpongeBob DVD I had just lying around in my house. And then I realized the band episode is on it. So I should keep it.
key.
Yeah.
Wait, what
I
episode's
think
banned?
I think I have
Do
that
you-
exact DVD. Does it have like 5 episodes? One of them's the flying one, like where he puts the hairdryer in the face?
Oh, I don't know if that one's on it. but
Like the lost episode.
the lost episode. I know what you're talking about.
That's the one that I
It-
have.
Wait,
But it
what's
also
the
has the
band
band
one?
one.
It has the band one, the panty raid one. Mid.
Wait,
Oh.
that's a different.
That's a different one.
then.
Okay,
No, we
it's
have.
the midlife crustacean. It's where Mr. Krabs going through
Are you
midlife
feeling
crisis.
it now, Mr. Krabs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? Mr. Krabs goes through midlife crisis and what?
At the end, like halfway through the episode, like Mr. Krabs calls them out and says, "Oh, you guys aren't cool," and he's like, "Oh, I guess you're gonna miss the panty raid." And they show this, and the funny thing about it is like, it's his mom's house.
It's Mr. Krabs' mom.
Mom's house.
It's a,
They're doing the that's
They're
why
doing
they
the panty
banned
raid.
it.
but they
Big-
legit talk about a panty raid
Yes.
on SpongeBob.
On SpongeBob.
That's
But that's
hilarious.
why they banned it
Yeah.
because it's panty raid.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah,
breaking
you
into
can't
someone's
be raiding.
You can't be breaking into people's houses.
Of
and-
course.
Diddy, have you ever
Of course.
participated in a panty raid?
No, I've never even kissed anybody.
Neither have I.
Says the man
Anybody?
with 2 kids.
You guys, have
kid.
y'all participated in any panty raids
No.
that I should know about?
No, I didn't even do. I didn't even do the undie run in my college.
None this week.
Well, all right.
It's
All right. just,
only Wednesday.
just making, just
Yeah,
trying
no,
to,
it's early.
trying to feel the room out here, okay?
Easter's coming up.
But yeah. Still time. 2025.
Yeah.
What did I learn this week?
Yeah. What did you learn? Irish relate.
No, I had I don't know. I forgot,
they
man.
were
I learned I'm exhausted. Oh, you know what
I
I did?
learned I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted. Ty saw me run around all day and be a dad. I learned that as a kid I used to hate, and even when I first started dating my wife and we moved in, when we moved in, I was like, look, I have childhood trauma of my mom like vacuuming at like after hours of normal vacuum times. And like
That's
if we live together, you cannot use that vacuum like after sunset. Like
Okay.
once it's night outside, like the vacuum will bring back some PTSD for me. And today, as I was cleaning up after my kids, because they're like little Tasmanian devils, I was like vacuuming with the Dyson. This Dyson that I've gone through all this trouble to make sure freaking had a warranty and was repaired and a bunch of different things that I've been playing with. That's a whole different story. I was like vacuuming around them, and Finn, my 5-year-old's like, stop, can you stop it? I'm trying to watch a show.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had that moment. I wanted to call my mom. I didn't call her. I'm going to call her tomorrow morning,
Call
the
your
first
mom.
thing, and be like, I get it.
Like,
I get it.
I get it. I get it.
And
You got to vacuum when you
that-
got to vacuum.
that now that regulation and stuff has been thrown out.
removed.
But I used to always think, I'm like, why is my mom like vacuuming over my TV shows?
Yeah.
It's at 7 at night right now. Sorry, mom.
Sorry.
That's it. That was it. That's what I learned. That
Nice.
I
That's a
turned
good
into.
lesson.
That's a
that I-
good lesson.
That was my kids teach me something all the friggin' time. It's crazy living with little uneducated humans, which is what they are, basically. Right? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They become educated over time. That's just how this goes. Cool. Let's
We all learned a lot.
we all did learn a lot. I'm kind of just stalling here so I can get my the news and stuff transition up there. There we go.
Wow.
Let me tell y'all something. We're not journalists, okay? But we do keep our ears to the nerdy streets. Sometimes we read articles. Sometimes we read headlines. Most of the times we're just stopped mid-scrolling and say, hey, we should talk about this week, which is usually how this all plays out. This is news and stuff. Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to start off with the real kind of weird issues, or do you guys want to start off with a little something superficial, light, get into it? How
Well,
heavy do y'all want to get right now?
I think we
How
should.
heavy does
Is
it get?
How deep do y'all want to get into these issues? It gets
Does
heavy.
it start weird?
No,
Is the heavy stuff the weird stuff?
Oh, look, let's just go into the Power Rangers.
Just
I was gonna say. All right, never mind.
Let's go into the other stuff.
Well, like we've already
Get
talked
it-
about it last week. Let's might as well get it over with.
oh
Get it out
yeah,
of the way.
let's just do it,
Get out
and
of
the
then
way.
end on a silly note.
Okay, so you're saying before we get on to new business, we have to finish up with old business.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Before the new business,
Business.
What would
Yeah.
Tony Soprano do?
get on to the old. Well, this is what Gomez Adams would do. He'd be like, no,
First
old-
quarter.
listen, old man. Yeah. We don't talk about new business until the first quarter. That's right. Okay, so follow up to last week. So there is a new documentary about Stan Lee called Stan Lee: The Final Chapter, reveals how the Marvel icon was exploited in his final years. There's a trailer out. There is a Kickstarter out about this, out for it right now, trying to raise $300,000 to talk about how Stan Lee was. I said $30,000 last week
You
because I was
did.
just confused, but it's $300,000
Correct.
that they're trying to raise to complete this project and release footage. Currently, it's sitting at about 65,000, and there's about 391 backers, which is crazy. I feel like if this content would have if this documentary had the real support, it would have raised that 300,000 easy.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Stan Lee's followers are very loyal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The gentleman by the name of John Bowlerjack was Stan Lee's quote confidant. He definitely was his assistant, and he was his friend. And basically, is over the time that he spent with Stan, he filmed a lot of things that would qualify as elderly abuse. And he recorded a lot of it. And now he looks like he's trying to raise funds in order to expose the exploitation of Stanley, but he needs $300,000 in order to do that. What his justification has been is, I guess, have you not heard about this, by the way, Allison? This is
First time.
okay. Yeah.
But
So
it makes sense. And also, I feel like I've heard things that, like, there was alleged elder abuse.
elder abuse. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the first I'm hearing of the documentary. But I'm not surprised.
I will say, whether you support or don't support the documentary, the one thing that it definitely has done, it has definitely stirred the discussion of elderly abuse in Hollywood,
Hmm.
exploitation of celebrities that are a little bit older, to do things like public appearances, or kind of do things that'll generate revenue for whoever it is that controls their estate.
You
A lot
know,
of-
or be introducers at the Oscars. Sometimes they have people go out there and introduce stuff, and I'm like, oh God, they can't even read that teleprompter.
You think the
Yeah.
Oscars are doing it?
I don't know.
You're saying the Oscars are
It's
guilty of
possible.
exploiting elderly actors
I just
as
think
well.
that sometimes they'll have. Well, remember when they rolled out Kirk Douglas, and then like Catherine Zeta-Jones brought him out and was like having him talk, and he didn't know where he was.
No,
Yeah.
no way. What?
And then she was like, "Okay, Dad," and like rolled him away, and it was like very awkward. I feel like they do that kind of stuff every year at the Oscars.
Yeah, that's not right. I
Mhm.
didn't know that happened at the Oscars
Yeah,
with Kirk Douglas. Is that
yeah.
what you-
Kirk Douglas, who's like 100 years old, and they took him out in a
is that Gordon Gekko? Is that what we're talking about?
Kirk. What's his dad's name?
I'm thinking of Michael Douglas.
No, Michael Douglas. Yeah, Kirk Douglas is his dad
Okay, so they rolled Kirk Douglas out
in a wheelchair, and they were giving him like an achievement award or something, but he like didn't know where he was, and he was like clearly not, all there.
Yikes.
Yeah.
No. And I mean, well, there you go. Like, these are the discussions, right? We also talked about the Frankie Valley thing.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you've seen the Frankie Valley TikToks. With this guy who did like Uptown Girl and stuff. Same thing. He's an older guy and was performing at one of his concerts and looked clearly like lost. And it went viral. And people were like, "Hey, is Frankie Valley okay? Like, why are people around him not being like, hey, maybe you shouldn't be performing if you're starting to suffer signs of, being of a certain age or
Somebody said
dementia."
Catherine Zeta-Jones took out 2 great actors with her HP.
Oh,
Wait,
oh my
It
god.
In the
came for her
comment?
hard.
that's
Oh.
that's amazing. This is why I need to keep an eye on comments. Sorry.
Jesus.
That's great. Yeah, look, I
Listen,
I need a moment to dwell on it. With HPV, is that what? That's too funny. Yeah, look, it has definitely raised. So John Bowlerjack did do an interview on comicbook.com. And I was talking to Ty about this, and I sent you guys the interview as well. I think it's on here somewhere. Comicbook.com's YouTube, I want to say, has it up. And I got to scroll through all these photos of delicious Tommy
Of
Jeff's
sauce.
cooking right now.
The
We have a
sauce.
Making
group
that
chat.
sauce.
Yeah, we have a group chat, and Tommy Jeff's throwing out some delicious looking friggin' stuff. There's a shot of Diddy on the couch. There's, oh, there it is. Yeah. So Bowlerjack, and it was a really good interview. Did you guys watch it? Or
I watched some of it.
all right.
I watched some of it.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Here's what I'll say. After watching it, and shout out to Chris Killian because he did a great interview, and it seemed like he also came from a genuine place of like curiosity versus like, because the internet's backlash has been insane
Mhm.
about it,
Mhm.
and rightfully so. I think
Yeah.
it seemed weird, right? It's like, why do you need this amount of money?
It is
Right.
weird.
And then recently also Todd McFarlane, didn't he come out and he
Yeah.
on his Instagram, Todd McFarlane came to his defense.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people are donating $1 to the Kickstarter and just going in the comments to be like, well, you need money to continuously exploit Stan in order to tell us about how you're exploiting Stan. Why don't you just release the footage?
Yeah, just release. Why do you need that much money? That's the thing. You don't need that much money.
What did Todd It's a lot of
I
money.
You
have it
don't
up.
need that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did he defend him?
How did who what?
Todd
You said
McFarlane.
came
How
to
do
his
you?
defense?
Yeah,
So
how did he-
Todd McFarlane went on Instagram. There's a
Legendary Todd McFarlane, right? Co-founder of Image
Image
Comics,
Comics,
creator of
McFarlane Toys.
Spawn, McFarlane Toys. Yeah, like Todd McFarlane is a heavy name in the industry. He's not. So this came up across my feed, and I think Ty saw it as well. What did Todd McFarlane say?
Yeah, so I have it up. Basically, if you go to Todd McFarlane's Instagram page, he said, "I had the honor of being able to spend time with Stan Lee over the last decade of his life. It was a great pleasure to have shared many panels together at comic conventions, and I was present at excuse me, and I was present at many of his award ceremonies. During that time, I was able to get to know many of the people around Stan during that time. And he kind of goes in and talks about how John Bolerjack was there with those interactions. He was also one of the few who tried to do something positive and proactive to help better Stan in his last few years when John was able. And then he ends with basically Mr. Bolerjack was a ray of light when there were some dark clouds swirling around Mr. Lee. I wish there was more like him at the time.
Hmm.
Here's what I'll. All right, go ahead, Diddy. What do you got? You got.
I don't know.
Look, all right.
It's still just very fishy to me. I don't like it.
I'll tell you what I think in a minute. Does
Okay.
this sound? This seems weird, or
I mean, a little bit. Like, it is like, why do you need it? But, and also that defense doesn't shed any light
Correct.
onto like explaining that.
Yeah.
But you're also
It's just like he's a good person.
Yeah.
so okay, and you can.
And also my thing is, if everybody witnessed this and you guys are his friends,
Thank you.
like his closest friends, and you guys were witnessing this, and then you said that there was an arrest made or something, but it's like, I don't know. It sometimes documentaries, it's like you're filming this, but
documenting.
you're documenting it, but
Yeah.
you could stop it, because this is not like documentary about a war or something. This is like one person that you could, instead of filming it, you could like stop it.
And like, of course, there are times where somebody will be in a situation where like they can't interfere.
Yeah.
But this sounds like somebody who was really close.
Yeah.
And in control of a lot of what was going on in that like inner circle or right next to Stan Lee. So it does kind of make you pause on
Yeah.
like, why couldn't he step in? Why was it only like
Now.
documenting and now there's a paywall,
Yeah.
you know?
And the money,
Well, all right.
the
here's
$300,000
what I'll say.
to
Like,
release
here-
footage that you already have. Cut it together on iPhone, baby.
I think we're
Release it. I don't get it.
look, I think we're expecting a lot of old John Bolerjack. All right. Here's what I think.
Bare minimum.
He seemed sincere from the interview that I saw.
Okay.
He did not seem shisty. He didn't seem like a salesman. I think power dynamics exist, even in the comic book industry. Like I've run across, and Ty, you can attest to this, people at cons that are regulars who organize, that are regulars who help set up the booths, that are assholes. Just pure assholes.
Yeah, for sure.
And it is a very exploitive industry in general. Like I've seen not elder people get
Yeah.
exploited by some people who are putting creators in their booths,
Yeah.
right? Like I've seen people that are our age but the power dynamic exists because these are the people that are helping make money. What Jonathan Bolerjack was saying in his interview with Chris Killian is that he's like, people did speak up. I'm not the only one, but what would happen is most of the times then they were quote unquote caught stealing, or they were just slowly phased out of the
silenced.
staff.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And then he says that he's like, I almost had to, in order to stay close to Stan, if I kind of ruffled too many feathers, then I would just be gone and I'd be replaced with somebody else anyways.
I get
Yeah,
that.
And
That
thinking
makes
that,
sense.
like, at least I'm here and staying close by so I can do what I can to
Yes.
like
Yeah.
keep him comfortable and having some dignity too. because-
Yeah.
Absolutely. So those power dynamics exist. This dude is an assistant, okay? He's not anybody who has any credibility in any industry. He is Stan's handler, right? Like for the most part, it seems like.
Right.
Stan paid him, John Tracy, shout out to John Tracy. He made a good interview. He said, I don't understand this because, and I'm going to go into his comment. Oh, John Tracy's in the chat, actually. John Tracy, I'm giving you props on this. He was like, that guy got paid by Stan and I don't know, John, if you're still in here, if you want to put, but he wants 300.
But yeah, he wants
So
$300,000.
that guy was paid by Stan to get all that footage, right? He doesn't seem insincere. I think he's extremely misguided. I think more than likely that power dynamic, whether he realizes it or not, still exists within his stratosphere. And somebody is telling him, because this has happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
This has happened to me in a situation where I knew if I want to get something made, what the real budget is for me to get something made. I'm talking about suffering for your art though. I'm not talking about like living in the lap of luxury of like, we need craft services and we need to make sure that people are having these breaks at this time. And I've been in a situation where I had a budget and that sort of thing kind of happened to me. And truth is like for me, and I mean, you and probably Ty, you're probably the same way. Like I'd be like, look, we're putting in like 15-hour days. We're going to order pizza. We just
Yeah.
are like trying to get this thing made and done. And I've been in those situations.
Yeah, but you were actually making a movie,
But
like act with actors and lighting and
well, the
producing
same
and
thing
all that.
happens here. Like this guy may not have access, nor does he know how to make a movie.
Right.
Right? Like that's the other thing is I have a certain set of skills that you know what I'm saying? Like that I've kind of like mastered in order to like learn production. This guy knows nothing. He's just the dude who's like, I have this footage. What do I do with it? And I work with people like that all the time as an editor. They're like, I have this footage. How do I do this? So of course there's going to be people around you who are like, oh, if you want to make this the right way, we're going to need this craft services. You're going to need to pay Rob Liefeld's, friggin' assistant. You need the makeup people. You need to find passionate fans that it seems like are coming out of your Kickstarter. You need to find passionate fans who love Stan, are appreciative of the story, and will dedicate their time. I am one of them. I've said that before, like no joke. I was joking last week when I was like, hey, look, five grand a pop. If John Bojackman reached out to me on this freaking podcast or wherever on my DMs, it's like, hey, I need help editing this. Like all these resources are yours. We can interview people. We'll make sure we get high quality production and edit and put out a product that would honor Stan Lee's memory and expose nefarious affairs in these con industries and the handling of elderly celebrities. Period. So I would do that. I think he is misguided. I don't think he's insincere, which is the name of today's episode. The road to hell was paved on the path of good intention, right? That's the case. I think his intentions are good. He went to the police, Beverly Hills Police, and talked about it. And at some point, he said a police officer put his hand on his shoulder and said, "Just let it go." Right? Like kind of like nothing's gonna happen. That's what he said. So Beverly Hills Police, what the fuck are y'all doing? Well, there was some information that I didn't have last week that apparently some of the people that did do business with Stan Lee were arrested in like 2019, right? Who was it that there was two people that got arrested? I have it too, Ty, by the way.
I'm like looking up something else.
It's a CBS. Oh, no worries. I have a CBS News article over here that Stan Lee. Okay, so here it is. This is a CBS News article. I could probably put it somewhere. Maybe I could put it in the chat. Can I do that? I can do that. We're going to go with this. I'm going to post a comment. I'm going to put it in the chat. This is an article to the CBS News. And this talks about the former business partner and caretaker of legend Stan Lee has been charged with elder abuse. The Los Angeles Police Department said this Saturday. Lee died in November of 2018 at the age of 95 amid questions over his care and his estate. According to police, Kia Morgan used his influence, or Kaya Morgan, is it Kia or Kaya? Used his influence to deceive Lee into thinking he was in danger and removed him from his home for several days. In June of 2018, Lee was removed from Morgan's care when Morgan was arrested. That same month, Lee was granted a restraining order against Morgan. So the 43-year-old was charged with 3 felonies, including false imprisonment, grand theft of an elder or dependent or adult, and misdemeanor charge of elderly abuse. So there have been arrests made around the abuse of Stan Lee later on in his life.
Okay.
Right. So legal action has been taken. So this also is like, I will say probably where the budget will come in, and this is a legit thing, is getting that footage of, or if like I'm citing CBS News, but if I want that footage from CBS News's, newsreel or whatever, they're going to charge me for it. I don't think that's free use.
Right.
That's their footage or so reports. B-roll is probably where a lot of your budget would go, right? As far as catering and all those things, you need to trim that budget down to the bare minimum.
Right.
Right. So somebody needs, I think, just guide John Bolerjack in the right direction. But I just think
tell him how much movies cost.
Well, yeah, look, people who don't work in production don't understand the value or how production works.
Right.
And look, it's fair. Artists need to get paid for their time and energy and effort. But this is an issue where if you are doing it, if this is a documentary, this isn't a sensationalized blockbuster film that we're making here, right?
Yeah, so anybody who's being interviewed for it shouldn't probably expect money or compensation to be in it.
I also agree with that. I don't know how that
We
works.
don't know how he's trying to spend the 300,000.
I don't know how that works. He says that all the 300,000 is justified. I don't know how that works in the sense of like anybody for the most part. We paid, I think if you like
Yeah.
$100 here and there. Sometimes you do have to pay your guests, or like help compensate for time. But I think that's me, asking them stupid questions about movies and stuff that they've been in. If you're like really exposing an issue, I don't know if you should be charging, for that time. So,
Yeah.
but I think we could probably shave that budget down a little bit. So that's me. He's misguided, I think. That's the only follow-up that I kind of had for this week. Any you guys still like, no, fuck that guy?
No, I don't know.
Is that a fair argument?
Yeah, definitely. No, I believe I agree with everything you're saying. I just think that the 300,000 is
Yeah, I could be
crazy.
wrong.
Yeah, who knows?
He could be a slime ball.
Yeah.
No,
I hope not.
no, I hope not either. And I think for me, and like when I based on like comments and people putting, like their perspectives, right? Because that's all we want to do is like get perspective. If you look at the Kickstarter comments, there is someone that has experience that is offering like, hey, I will make this a passion project.
Mhm.
I will help you edit. I'll help you produce. Like, and he's asking legitimate questions like, can you share more about the key team members that are involved? Can you be considered involving third-party producers as consultants? What's the current status of the film? Like, why do we need all, can we use this instead of X, Y, and Z? And he even wrote, like, I sent Mr. Bowlerjack an email. I will follow up here on Kickstarter with any updates. And he even ended his long comment with, I'd love to discuss how we can collaborate to make sure that this film reaches its full potential and is done with the respect of that Stan deserves.
Absolutely.
So
he's got people reaching out.
He's got people reaching out, and I would encourage him, if he is listening to this or reading these comments, to utilize those resources.
Yeah.
Utilize, kind of like Pablo's saying, and for other people to kind of put that in perspective. Yes, there are things that take money to produce something, but do you need to make it this extravagant thing? Like, do you need $300,000 to do all these interviews? And then with Kickstarter, there's rewards. And there are people, which I get that people in the comments are saying looks kind of weird, that a lot of whatnot people like Comic Tom are.
That's answered in the comicbook.com article, by the way. Interview as well.
Right? Yeah. Well, it's just saying you're asking for more things to be printed when the whole focus is supposed to be the documentary. But I get it; it's a print format of of his life. But so I get that that could be where the budget's going.
Yeah,
Or, like the prizes are signed things.
Foil covers versus a normal cover.
Yeah.
Graded covers.
Well, I mean, that because he probably has, when you're like,
no, they're like comics of the new comic, not like his private collection.
Oh, like
it's a comic.
They're making a comic.
Yes.
Of Stan Lee.
And there's variant covers and there's foil covers.
Well, that's not that weird to me, right? Like, because I mean, like
Then make the Kickstarter about that, not.
No, well, because when you're crowdfunding things, you want to give the people who are like, giving you money, because you're basically like, hey, you want to give them something back. I don't think I have a beef with the incentives. If you're trying to make stuff that's just, hey, like, here's a little something to say thank you. It's a gift.
Right.
Right? Like, you
But
do
is that-
that. You're probably the biggest gift giver I know, Ty. You give so many gifts. So if somebody was like, hey, Ty, I'm giving you, 300,
It's her birthday.
yeah,
Christmas.
but you, and
3 months ago.
it's very sweet of you. It's a really great, but it's just like, because you're very thoughtful. So, if somebody's like, hey, I'm going to give you $300,000 for a film, or you're not going to be like, hey, here's a little something as a
Right.
token of my appreciation.
Thanks for donating.
Right.
No, that's
Yeah.
understandable. And
Right.
also it's part of like organizing fundraising like that.
Mhm.
Like you're just like, okay, how else can we incentivize besides, we hope that, the passion project
Right.
and all that, we hope that's gonna be enough. But like at the same time, like
Yeah.
exactly what you said, like giving back to the
Yeah.
people that are like doing the most. And
Shouldn't, as a funder, shouldn't you just be like, well, if why are people complaining? You know, you can donate to the Kickstarter without getting an incentive, and that would probably help.
Right.
Just so people are aware, you can still donate to a Kickstarter and deny the incentive. So if
Mhm.
people genuinely want to, if the $300,000 are justified, if John Bolerjack came out and was like, "Look, here's how I'm spending the money," so everybody's aware. If he was
Yeah.
transparent with the process, and there's enough, reasonable things on there where people are like, "Okay, let's get this made,"
Right.
in order to expose what's happening within this industry in honor of Stan,
Mhm.
because it doesn't end with Stan Lee.
No.
Right? Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that hit us that nostalgia note within us that we love growing up. And exactly right. I think even John Tracy said Val Kilmer. Look, I'm keeping an eye on the chat. Yes, pumps. I'm keeping an eye on the chat. Yeah, like there's enough people out there. That's what it is. If you want to expose it, like expose it and donate, and then don't fucking ask for an incentive if you're all fucking self-righteous about it.
It's pretty basic marketing.
Yeah, that's
Like
that.
that's you have a reward to encourage people to donate.
Yeah.
More morality now. Is that going to be enough?
Yeah. Once more, I don't sway within it. I don't know John Bolerjack. I just watched the interview. I read up a little bit more about it from our discussion last week, and dove a little deeper into it because it seems like a pretty important thing that should be discussed within the entertainment
Right.
industry. And I genuinely don't know. The jury's still out, but if he is sincere, that's, I don't know, the advice that I would.
I
think we
mean,
can
I
offer.
was swayed from that side to that side.
It's
Yeah.
a tough
Like,
one.
I'm
Yeah.
on board now.
I know you did a good job.
I
Pablo.
want.
Did I sway
want
you
the
guys?
$300,000 audit. I would love that. but,
Yes.
Like,
Transparency, I
based
think,
on
is
what
what
we're
fans
talking
want.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm won over.
Yeah.
well, I don't know. Todd McFarlane just I trust you, Todd. Don't you fuck this up. If any shit comes out about you and you
Yeah.
get canceled, I'm gonna be like, fuck. No, I hope the only reason I'm saying this is because I want to believe that
There's
not
good
be,
in people.
there's good in people, and just we can't all be fucking cynical all the time, people. This is why we read comic books and stuff, and this is what Stan Lee was all about, is giving us those heroes and moral compasses,
Right.
and inspiring people. So if this inspires others to take action within like that the entertainment industry and stop things like this from happening, I think Stan Lee would be all about that. And I want to believe in the good of John Bolerjack. So hopefully
All
he
right.
is
Damn.
doing the right thing.
You got me.
You're like, this fucking asshole, fucking dildo. No,
What?
because on surf that like last week, that's like, it's like this, you're exploiting him. And I agree, at first glance, that is what it seems like, genuinely, which is why, like I said, the road to hell was paved on a path
Right.
of good intention. It does seem that way. And I get the internet's reaction, and I get both sides of it.
Yeah.
But I did the research and Nerd explained it, so I guess you guys don't have to. Let's hope. Let's hope. Here's to hoping
Here's to hoping.
that something good happens of it. And you know what?
It's the hope that kills you.
Something
Yeah.
something good did come of it. Is that we're having these
This
discussions.
discussions.
Yes.
Discussion and discourse. That's all you could ask for, really.
Exactly. So if that is what comes of it, that's not a loss.
Here, here.
All right. Here's another.
Breathe, Pablo.
Well, all right. Okay, there's this movie. There's this fucking expensive movie that has been probably flooding everybody's social media feeds this last week.
I'm gonna watch it.
The Electric State. Starring, it's like a slew of actors in this movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's also a Mr. Peanut robot, apparently.
Yes. Played by Woody Harrelson.
It is a Russo brothers film, famously the directors of Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier,
Endgame.
Endgame,
Mhm.
Infinity War. Those Avengers movies that you guys freaking like that made all those nerds come in those socks, they're responsible for that.
First dildos.
Good Lord.
Yeah, for dildos and sock coming. Welcome to the Deep Research Nerdcast. Yeah, so they did probably the most. Is this the most expensive movie in like Netflix history? $320,000. I want to say is the budget. And I don't even know if that includes marketing or not. We need to look at Box Office Mojo. Actually, that's
300 and what?
20,000.
20,000.
320.
That seems low.
Right?
You mean million?
320 million.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
300.
I was like, Bowler Jack can make.
I know. It's that plus the craft service.
Yeah, $24,000.
Electric State is Netflix's highest budget film.
Ever,
300
right?
Yeah, 320 million.
Wow.
Starring Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt. Who else is in it? Oh my God, that's got to be one of my kids. It's okay. Millie Bobby Brown. Who else is in it? Woody Harrelson, Alan Tudyk. Who else did we say?
Jenny Slate.
Jenny Slate. Brian Cox.
Yeah.
Who we were like Brian Cox. I was like Brian Cox. Brian Cox is the guy from Succession, by the way, and
Yeah.
Super Troopers. That's where I was.
Yes. Okay, that's why we were gonna watch Super Troopers.
That's but
And I
Starship
lied.
Troopers. Yeah,
We
Starship
have
Stormship
Starship
Troopers. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Didn't have Super Troopers on VHS.
Mm. I do.
Yeah, and I don't even know what the movie's about. I'll be honest with you. Did you guys watch this? You said you're gonna watch it.
I didn't even see the trailer for it.
It's a
honestly.
sci-fi movie.
Know about this movie, Allison?
I think I saw part of a trailer before scrolling past.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw like I don't know, like press for it or something like
I
Millie Bobby
saw
Brown
I saw
talking.
where it was like the little teaser thing, and then it's like the trailer begins now, and I was like, nah.
Oh yeah,
No.
on
Yeah.
on Netflix. Or where'd you see that? 'Cause
Like
Ne-
on
I have
Instagram
no
or
recollection
something.
of where I saw it,
Yeah.
but I think it was on the smallest screen.
Okay, let's see. An orphaned teen hits the road with a mysterious robot to find her long lost brother, teaming up with a smuggler and his wisecracking sidekicks. Is the synopsis of the film.
It's supposed to be bad or what?
I don't think it has. Oh, so IMDb has got a 6 out of 10. What's the Do you have that, Ty, or no?
So I was looking. I just looked up.
ratings.
So there's different like ratings for different movies. Obviously, with Screen Rant, they gave me 9 movies to based on
Russo brother.
Russo
film.
brother films.
All right, no, I'm talking about just Electric State in general. How much did they? What's their ranking on like Letterboxd and all those?
It wouldn't. I think because it's too new, it hasn't given me an accurate number.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? I think I saw the ad on Twitch.
Oh,
Oh, look at them freaking
Surprisingly enough.
reaching out.
yeah, reaching out on Twitch. What the heck?
Maybe my memory also is not reliable.
it's got collectively has a 2 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd.
Hey,
Oh, my
that's
gosh.
good for Netflix.
And
I like some of those dumb Netflix movies.
It's a 23% on Rotten
The new
Tomato.
Hallmark.
Yeah, it's the new Hallmark.
23% on Rotten Tomato.
Yeah, but I'll say this, like again, with
Is that's critics or audience?
that was critics. Oh, 22 critics score reviews is 23% Rotten Tomato score.
Oh my goodness.
Audience score is 76.
So
76.
Yeah, it's weird. That's literally what it's telling me.
wow.
People like dumb movies.
I don't.
they're
well,
fun.
Yeah, dumb movies are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fucking love a good dumb movie. Okay, so
Yeah.
76 audience score.
It's got to be the right kind of
Yes.
dumb, though.
Yeah.
26%.
23% critic score.
Oh, fuck the critics.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing too, like, you know, people are gonna see the 4 out of 10 on IGN, right? And then they're like, well, now I gotta go see it for myself. So that's just gonna generate more viewers. So that's what they want. They're gonna get the viewers regardless.
Mm-hmm.
How's Netflix making that money? I guess. Well, I
Yeah.
know how they're making that money. They're fucking raising our prices every month.
That's,
Yeah.
that's exactly why.
Yeah, and I can't sign into the account that I've had for years because I'm in a different house now.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh.
Nope.
What
Nope.
the hell?
Sorry. You
But
can.
it is really so expensive now. It's like $25 or something because I pay for like 3 households.
Oh Jesus.
And for what?
For what?
for
dumb
Stranger
movies?
Things in the Electric State.
And they took off so many things.
For Millie Bobby Brown, baby. You want to see Millie Bobby Brown? You got to.
She's in a lot of
tune
those
in
Netflix
Netflix.
movies.
She did the one with Henry Cavill, right?
Yeah,
I
The-
don't know.
Henry Cavill.
Cavill. Sorry.
Enola Brown. Enola.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
It's
Wait, is that-
Leviosa,
Cavill?
not Leviosa.
It's Cavill.
Cavill?
Cavill. Okay, look, I don't know.
Is it not?
I don't know.
Okay, then I'm right.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Henry Caviar.
Enola Holmes, yeah.
The way
Enola
he said
Holmes.
it is the first I've ever heard it like that.
That was
Cavill.
fancy as
Cavill.
hell.
I
Like
don't
freestyle.
listen. That's what I heard on the internet. So,
Really?
and yeah, I'm probably wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not gonna win.
I don't
Well,
know. Who knows?
Yeah. No, I know.
Superman.
You know what?
Superman.
Hey, Henry, you want to
Ryan
come
went-
on the show?
If
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds calls it Cavalrine in Deadpool Wolverine,
Cavalry. You're
Oh,
right.
Yeah, cavalry.
that's what
Cavalry.
I'm going with.
There you go.
How Deadpool.
But
says
I've
it.
heard him say his own name. It's
Ha-
Cavill.
No,
Is it
no,
caviar?
no, no,
What
no,
did
no,
you say
no,
again,
Deadpool.
Ty?
It's
I don't know what I
Deadpool,
said
though.
at
It's
this
Deadpool.
point.
Caviar?
He said caviar, yeah.
I
Okay.
did not say caviar.
So
Anyways,
The
yeah,
electric
Millie
state-
Bobby Brown is in
Millie
that
Bobby Brown.
movie with him.
This was
Enola
Superman.
Holmes.
yeah, with Superman. Yeah. Former Superman.
She's also they did a that damsel movie. She's in a ton of Netflix movies.
Oh, the
Yeah.
one where she killed, or she doesn't even kill the dragon, does she?
Millie Bobby
No, she
Brown.
like makes friends with it.
I'm
Nice.
pretty sure. I'm like 95% sure that Millie Bobby Brown was.
Created by Netflix.
Yeah, like in like a test tube, like Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Like Mewtwo.
Yeah, like like a tube, and they're just like, we need to. Who's gonna be our branded actor? Who's
Yeah.
gonna? And it's Millie Bobby Brown.
Because I'm honestly trying to think of any other thing that she's been in that's not Netflix.
Probably
Probably stuff. I'm sure. Everybody look at once.
By the way, based on my
I know.
cameras, that was Finn kicking my door, likely in his pajamas, which is really cute, by the way.
It's very cute.
Likely wanting some sort of goodnight hug or kiss. Little guy.
Oh, or the
Oh.
cat, which I am.
Or the cat.
She was in Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Millie Bobby Brown, look at you,
She was
everyone.
in Modern Family.
I like no
What?
hate, no
Yeah.
shade to Millie Bobby
Yeah,
Brown. I
no.
like
No,
it.
not at all.
Yeah.
11 years.
11 years on Modern Family.
Wait, that can't.
Millie Bobby
What did
Brown.
you play?
Hey,
I didn't watch that show.
was she on
Did y'all
Modern
watch that show?
Yeah,
I
I, thought it was
watched it.
funny.
I watched it for a while.
Yeah, I watched it for a while.
Yeah, I
I,
didn't watch it till
but
the
I don't
end, but-
know.
I didn't
I usually
11
just watch the
years?
Sophia Vargas highlight.
But there
Was she a
good
baby?
spot.
Yeah, when it first came out.
Who
Mm.
did she play on it?
She wasn't Lily.
Maybe
Well,
she was
yeah.
a baby
Definitely
on it.
not the
'Cause
Asian.
she's white.
Who
Definitely-
knows? No, what? That's
is
bullshit. She
she?
was made in a test tube. I just told you guys. Why are you even looking this up? Why this is fault? Fake news. Fake news. Alternate facts. Millie Bobby Brown
Her
was
bike
made in a
gets-
tube
her-
at Netflix.
Her bike gets stolen by Manny. It's like it says one episode.
Anyways,
Why did it say 11 years?
Damn you, Google.
This AI.
She was 11 years
AI.
old when she was in it. No.
Wait, that's why she was called 11, right?
no, I think she was. Come on, no. Anyways, look, electric state costs $320,000. The internet is in an uproar about it because people are saying that, which is weird that people are in an uproar about. Now I'm kind of pissed off. God damn you, internet.
Yeah, because I bet they didn't even read the book.
Yeah.
I bet the internet didn't even read the book.
No, but
Wait, someone said.
it's got a
Is she
76%.
the A minor in the Kendrick song?
Oh yeah, because Drake did slide into her DM.
Yeah.
Into
A
Millie
lot.
Bobby Brown's DMs.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't, yeah.
they
That's
were
why.
like
that's where that line came.
friends.
Drake,
Yeah.
you fucking sleazeball.
She was like, we talk about boys and we just stay up all night talking on the phone. And everyone was like, what now?
What? You're doing what with what?
What?
Drake. Her with Drake?
Yeah, you didn't know this?
No.
When she was just like fresh off Stranger Things.
Cripple
when she
Jimmy
first
from
started getting-
Degrassi is fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That was his name on the show. Was Cripple Jimmy, right?
I don't think they call him Crippled Jimmy.
I'm pretty sure they call him Cripple Jimmy.
First year car bombs nowadays.
I'm
We are
95%
always
sure.
on the verge of getting canceled.
What? We're not. We can't. We got to be greenlit first. I'm pretty sure they call him Cripple Jimmy. And
Tommy Jeff.
is it? Yeah, they for sure on Degrassi. Yes,
I didn't see it.
I'm not gonna.
Jane
And
Silent
at this
Bob.
point, I feel like I saved myself a lot.
Jay and Silent Bob are in it. Kevin Smith is in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember Degrassi. You guys are fucking tripping out. He's fucking for sure
He
A
is.
few
He
times on the
gets
show.
shot.
on the show. I'm
They
His name
call.
is Jimmy Brooks.
fairly sure they don't call him Cripple Jimmy at any point.
No.
Pablo,
doubt
I
it.
looked it up. Nothing's popping up, man.
Whatever. Maybe Ghostface Killer called him that, and that's maybe what I'm thinking of.
Oh
All right.
my god.
They did it.
Pablo, a stretch at best.
Look,
Trash.
no, there was a it was one of the I don't know who did the freaking, but it was like the top 10 softest rappers, and they're like at number 3 is Cripple Jimmy from Degrassi, at number 2 is Drake, and at number 1 is Drake.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a joke. Somebody
Okay,
said
but
that.
to use that as an example,
I'm
as if,
pretty-
as if that was his character's
No.
name.
Yeah.
Look, can you please just look up if they called him Cripple
He
Jimmy
did,
on
they
the
don't.
show?
Just said
They
no.
don't.
No.
He's been looking.
All right, whatever, man.
His
This
name
is
was
Mandela
just Jimmy.
effect.
Only
This is not the
you.
Bears
Man.
and Bears.
No one. Okay,
Yeah.
no one agrees on that.
No,
memory,
because
though.
it
I
was
don't-
a
you
tragedy
guys
on
know
the
it.
show. Like he was very well liked. Not Drake, but him.
His
His
character.
character.
Jimmy Brooks.
Jimmy Brooks was well liked. No one was
Say
like, "Hey,
his
Cripple
name."
Jimmy."
James Brooks.
Stop.
Say it. Cripple Jimmy.
God, good lord.
This is horrendous.
Okay.
This- I
So
gotta
Millie Bobby
go.
Brown is in Electric State. This is how we got here. Electric State is a Russo brothers film, and now people are arguing if the Russo brothers can do anything outside of the Marvel sandbox.
Mm.
That is because they have apparently a lot of movies. Some that I didn't even know that. One of them kind of shocked me. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Was it Cherry?
Yumi and
Cherry.
Dupree.
Yumi
Oh.
Dupree, yes. That's ranked on Screen Rants as like their worst movie.
Okay, but since Endgame, what movies have they come out with, and what have been?
They did that
hits?
Gray Man and Cherry, which I hadn't seen
They did the
either. But that's since Endgame.
that's an executive producer. The Legend of Ochi is coming out. I didn't know. Is that from them?
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
No, Legend of Ochi is is a new A24 film that's coming out. Oh no, they're not
That's
the
not
direct.
them.
They're not the directors. Why is it popping up? That's why I don't like
Okay, I'll look it up.
IMDb. Because it's giving me all their credits for producer. But again, as we all know, anyone can be a producer.
Yeah, producers do a lot of shit. Okay, so director. Hold on. Let's see. Closing out producer.
Oh, Extraction. They were producers. That's the movie with Chris Hemsworth where
There's Extraction.
he has to like save this kid from the cartel. That was actually a really good movie. I like that movie.
Okay.
And the main character's name is Tyler.
Oh.
Aw.
So on IMDb, dang it, come on. IMDb's interface
Dude,
needs
that's
a
what
little
I'm
bit
saying.
of work.
It's just telling me.
Avengers Doomsday, The Electric State, The Gray Man, Cherry, Avengers Endgame. So since Endgame, they've had Cherry, The Gray Man, and now The Electric
That's a-
State. 2021, 2022, and then 2025. Before that, they had a few little things. Yeah, Civil War,
Mm.
Animal Practice, The Council of Dads.
They directed some episodes of Community.
Yeah, look fucking.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Something called Car Fuckers.
What?
That's what it is. That's what it's a short.
Oh, isn't there? a
I think they
French
did
film that
Arrested
does that?
Development.
They did Arrested Development, correct. They did that Lucky TV series, a few episodes of that. Welcome to Collinwood, The Kiss, Pieces. What about Brian? Car Fuckers again.
Oh, it's up
Courtroom
there.
K, Running Wild, Car Fuckers.
Car fuckers. What
Happy
is that?
Ending, Council of Dads, Car Fuckers.
What the hell is
But
that?
since
Over and
Endgame,
over
it's a short.
again.
Since Endgame, they've done Cherry, The Gray Man, and The Electric State. And on IMDb, anyways,
It's a
these
6
are
point.
they're like 6.5, 6.6. Critic scores.
Correct.
Mm.
Have
I
you
think
s-
people are tired of Chris Pratt too, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Ooh.
Just
Ooh.
go away.
So let's stop blaming the Russos and blame the Chris Pratt fatigue.
Yeah, it's definitely Chris Pratt.
You think we've had enough
involvement.
Chris Pratt? That's the real question. Have we had
I
enough?
know I have.
I
Yes.
have.
You're
for
done,
sure.
I'm
Allison.
over it.
Said Chris Pratt, get the
We
fuck
need
out of
one less Chris. That's the one.
Yeah.
here. Wow.
He used to be cool. Now he sucks.
He sucks.
Yeah.
It
I'm
has a lot to
rewatching
do
Parks
with
and
his,
Rec right now, and he's so good in it. And then I'm like, man, what happened to you?
I don't need him as Mario and fucking
Garfield?
Garfield.
And
Bruh.
every other animated.
And he's like the Lego movie too.
Yeah.
I'm good.
In the
That
Lego
was the only
movie,
one I wanted.
yeah,
that
that's
was
the
good
only
after
one.
that.
You were good after that.
We
That's
didn't
all
need him
needed.
as Mario.
No.
He didn't need to be Mario.
He did not.
Definitely doesn't need to be Garfield.
Do we even need another Garfield?
I
Bill
love
Right?
Murray.
The other one was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Actually, you got to fucking milk every penny out of that. Fucking friend IP, whoever's doing it. Who does that? Garfield. I don't know. All right.
Who owns Garfield?
Who
The
owns
newspaper.
Garfield? The newspaper. owns
the
Garfield.
funny
The
pages.
Times.
Just one specific.
He
a
belongs-
The
region- a
newspaper.
local regional.
Yeah.
He belongs to time itself.
Yeah.
Actually, he might be public domain.
I'll look that up.
Garfield? No.
I don't know. Mickey is.
Garfield was made in like the 60s or 70s even.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
Maybe
mean that
not
they're-
even.
That
I'll-
doesn't mean that they
No.
renew.
Garfield's 80s.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's owned by the Garfield Commercial Enterprises.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
well.
The Garfield Estates.
The Council of Garfield.
He's owned by the Council of Garfields. Uh,
They have to approve what merchandise goes out.
Yeah, all
you
right.
know what though? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I'll only accept another Garfield movie if Bill Murray is the voice.
Yo.
Thank
Bill
you.
Murray has
Thank you.
famously said that's the worst movie he's ever made.
Yeah,
and
but-
he
And we
regrets
need him
it.
back.
And it's like, we need you back, bud.
Well, you know why?
Who's
we need the old
owner's name?
Garfield back.
What's the owner's name? Garfield's owner?
Oh.
John?
Garvey.
John?
John,
John Garvey.
I need Bill Murray to play both.
you want Bill Murray to be John? No, we need
Oh,
Breckenmeyer.
I thought you meant the.
It needs to be
creator of the-
Breckenmeyer comes back as John. He's the only John I'll ever
He
accept.
is.
And he needs to voice him. He's like the Chris
Stop.
Chris-
he's like the Kevin Conroy of John's, I think, Breckenmeyer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he needs to be John because
Okay, bye.
he was born for that role.
He
I'll
was.
say if they did a live
He
action,
looks like John.
He's
said-
John, y'all.
if they did a live action like today, I feel like they would cast Jack Quaid as
As John.
John.
I could
Yeah.
see that.
because he looks like John.
Pathetic.
No, it's not. Just the hair.
Me.
Damn.
The hair. Yeah.
Pathetic.
And he's also in everything right now.
Yeah, Novocaine.
And that we're going to get fatigued. No, he's charming.
No, he's funny.
He's
nice.
tall as
We
fuck
like him.
too.
We saw him.
We saw him. He's dating
Yeah, he's
Head
tall.
popper. I don't know her name.
No, I thought he was dating the
She's not-
blonde girl.
No, he's dating the head popper.
Who's the head popper?
The girl that makes on the boys her.
He's not dating
Oh,
Starlight.
the head
No,
popper. I
no,
get it.
remember she was the third wheel, and I was like,
No, on the show. I'm talking about
oh,
in
on the
real
show-
life.
No, I am talking about real life.
Oh, he's actually dating her?
Yeah, he's dating Starlight in the show.
Oh, but I thought they were dating in real life.
No.
Okay, never
No,
mind.
no, no.
Mm.
He's dating the other girl who plays the head popper, who's the
Yeah,
politician.
The politician, correct.
Yes.
All right. I haven't gotten that far yet.
I think we saw them.
Spoiler
We
alert.
saw them, and then we also saw Starlight. We saw a few other people. But Jack Quaid's that dude's like
He's
6'6" or something crazy. Where you're like, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I'm not short. But I was like, holy shit. That
I
dude's-
am, and I was like, damn.
Damn! Look at that tall motherfucker. Yeah, he would be a good John. But yeah, no. Look, how did we fucking get here? Anyways, we were talking about
He's
Chris Pratt
6'1".
fatigue. So internet.
He's 6'1".
He's
What the
6'1".
fuck? No, he was not, dude. No, he was big.
It says he's 6'1". Maybe he's wearing tall shoes. I don't know.
Maybe we were
maybe-
just like
Maybe we were on.
enamored by
Maybe it was on an
him.
incline.
Maybe I was just like
We
got
were just like,
starry eyed.
wow.
He was on a curb.
Yeah.
She was on a.
You know what? I think you're right. Actually, it was in San
Yeah,
Diego.
well, dude, we were. Yeah, it was on San Diego. It was
It
after
was,
the
it was
con.
in the gaslight, and he was on a curb. I'm pretty sure. Actually,
Pablo, everyone's
Jesus,
tall
Pablo.
to me.
Sometimes I'm really worried about you.
look,
He's so tall.
well, he was tall. I just remember.
he was standing
I
on the box.
I am not. Once more, I'm not short. I just was I remember being like, that is a tall. I was looking like at his Adam's apple. I feel like, and it's like a predominant
Okay,
Adam's
we were not
apple.
that close.
Bro, I didn't need to be that close. This fucking Adam's apple was like 3 inches away from me, and he was 5 feet away from me.
It's just so specific.
It was a very specific Adam's apple. Yeah, it was like right there in my face.
Whoa.
I couldn't miss that Adam's apple.
You're like,
It was very masculine. I was intimidated by it. It's like, what?
like that scene from Austin Powers where it's like looking at the mole.
Yeah, it's like the scene from freaking American Psycho. I'm looking at Paul Allen's card. I'm like,
Sweating. Just looking at his freaking abs.
Starts touching his own ass.
He's like,
I'm
this,
touching it right now.
he's like, it's an
You
average.
are.
This is an average size. Adam's
Made you self conscious about yours.
Yeah, I was like, how's my Adam's apple tie? Does it look good? Yeah, he's tall. Anyways, yeah, replace Chris Pratt with
Anybody.
Jack Quaid, whatever. Isn't it Jack Quaid?
Jack Quaid.
He's Dennis Quaid's son, isn't he?
Yes, he
And
is.
Meg Ryan.
And Meg Ryan, yeah.
Wow, those are his
Mhm.
parents.
Yeah.
And wow.
Wow. Those were...
Wow.
I'm gonna watch The Electric State.
Almost
Leave
got
the
it.
fucking Russo brothers alone.
Yeah. I'll
Internet,
watch
shut
it.
the fuck up.
I think it's just because Chris Pratt, people are tired. you know?
People, I do
Yeah.
agree, and I think we just solved the problem. Look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
redirect
Got to the
your
bottom of it.
energy. The Russos are fine. They're great filmmakers, at very high budget filmmakers too. It's very hard to do what they're doing, and point it at the fact that Chris Pratt, you need to take a little break, buddy. It's time to just take
Dude.
a little time out.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Vacation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoy your life, not as an actor, for a little bit.
I will watch this movie for Woody Harrelson as Mr. Peanut.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I'll watch it.
Isn't Brian Cox? Who's Brian Cox in the movie?
He's just like a robot.
Okay.
There's like different robots. What's his name? My God, the one from The Boys. Esposito he's also in the movie.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm in for the electric state internet. Stop yelling about it. Last thing, I guess. Oh dang, we didn't talk about the Alien documentary, did we? We'll talk about that. Speaking of aliens,
What?
I don't know.
What?
Power Rangers
Were we?
live action series in works at Disney Plus. This is a article from wow, I need to get that together here. I had it pulled up somewhere. Was it Collider? Dang, gummit?
I have something from Collider.
Okay,
that
what do you
I-
got? Ty?
Well, that
It was from the Wrap, I think, actually originally.
yes, you're right. Well, I just accidentally closed out of it, but Pablo asked me about how Disney acquired, when Disney acquired Power Rangers.
Yeah,
and-
Disney's had Power Rangers.
Yeah, since
before.
2001, and then right when the new Power Rangers movie came out with Becky G, that movie was then reacquired by
Saban.
Saban.
Saban were the original people who released Power
Correct.
Rangers TV show and used all the old Japanese show footage and just
Mhm.
mixed in the colorful teenagers. And then, yeah, I guess Disney somehow got their hands on the IP.
Yeah, in 2001 because they wanted it to make a center of like their theme parks. But funny enough, so I did some research. It was telling me that it shared the block with like Fox Kids, whatever they called it back then, and then like ABC Family. So it was simultaneously shown on.
On ABC Family and Fox Kids?
Yes,
Damn, Power Rangers. Look at you go.
and it's funny because like
That's cool.
yeah, and it's funny too because I always wondered how that worked. As a kid, I was like, why is it showing on like 2 channels? Like, how does that work? But they were sharing the intellectual. They were subsidiary. That's what it is.
Mm.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Wow. I've
Okay.
never once in my life thought that.
Right.
I've never-
Well,
No,
you
I've
do-
never
You thought that as a
considered
child?
You're a little bit younger. No, you're
he's
younger.
He's
You were-
ahead of me.
You
No,
No.
but you were young and
You-
you were thinking that?
You didn't, but no, Allison's a little bit younger than we are, so she wasn't. You weren't
I was-
watching Power Rangers
No,
in
no,
real
no.
He's 2
time.
years younger than Ty.
No.
I know you guys are like way ahead. Like I'm not that much older. Am I?
No, it's just not something that I ever thought about. Like if 2 things are playing on one channel, I'd
That's
just be
what
like,
she's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
they're,
"Oh,
they're
it's
on 2
2,
channels.
Like which episode's
I mean,
better?"
to this day, I don't think the stuff like that.
Literally.
Well, now even
No,
if you
I
didn't-
won't.
I was a
Probably
very
even
I
now.
was a very boring
You
kid. I'm like,
still
how,
do.
legally, how does this work?
Mom, what are the legalities
What
of
are-
Power Rangers simulcasting?
Actually, this is actually owned by this network. That's cute. Actually,
No, I really
like
like,
it.
that. Like I wish I was curious about that type of
I
stuff
know.
growing up. I never gave a shit.
no, it did not.
Well, I mean, it was also one of those things where I didn't like care about Power Rangers enough. But if it was like SpongeBob, I'm like, oh hell no, like Cartoon Network's not playing this right now.
Dude, Power Rangers to me.
I'd be like, yeah, Nickelodeon is SpongeBob.
Yeah.
But if somebody else played SpongeBob, I would be like,
Oh,
"Wait,
it's
mean-
on this
SpongeBob
channel
is
too.
over
Wait a
here."
minute, what is
Not
Disney
a-
doing?
It wouldn't have,
Yeah,
not a thought in the world.
no,
That's fair.
same.
Butterflies.
Yeah,
Power Rangers to me.
I need that innocence back. That's what I really what I need.
is what.
That's why I'm too stressed. That's why I'm stressed.
Yeah, I guess I'm way older than you, Ty, and then. Yeah, I'm the oldest person in this room. All right, Power Rangers was. I watched that shit
I
in
wa-
Explain Power Rangers.
I watched
real
it-
time. No, I don't have to explain Power Rangers, but it was such a phenomenon,
yeah, for sure.
right? Like,
Y- yeah, because you're like the same age as my brother, and my brother, if he's watching this, named our dog Billy Ranger
There you go.
Chow,
that's awesome.
and like his middle name on the birth certificate was Ranger, like the Blue Ranger.
I
Billy.
like that dog.
I like.
I
that.
love that dog.
I like
He
that.
was, he was my
dog.
dog, dude.
That's-
Love.
It's my dog.
My dog.
Yeah, all right. Here's the one thing I will say. Did you guys watch the 2017 Power Rangers movie?
No,
Is that the
you know
one
what? Because they try to make it too serious.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, this movie is so underrated.
Really, it's good.
It is great, actually.
Ooh.
It's not just good. It's-
Is it campy though? Because I want a little camp in my Power Rangers.
Yes.
Okay.
The Power Ranger camp that you want out of this movie is there.
All right.
It's fucking batshit crazy. I don't think it's like it's basically about like a power source hidden under a Krispy Kreme.
Love that.
But it also a very diverse, cool cast. What's so funny over there? What are you laughing about?
Read the comments.
No, about Ultimo Dragon? Is that softcore porn in the back? No, that's Starship Troopers.
What are the comments?
Which yes, so yes, it is softcore. Yes.
Well, yeah, we
It's-
just saw a nipple.
No, we didn't see a nipple. I was talking about Power Rangers.
No, if you were on my camera, you saw boobs.
Were you-
Oh,
it's funny because like I'm switching the camera between me and Allison, and I had like I was not paying attention while I'm behind him.
You're welcome, internet. We're TVMA.
There were breasts.
There were breasts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know the scene. No, it's not softcore. Yes, it is. No,
It is
nobody's
now.
going to ask me about Ultimo Dragon.
I saw that comment too. I don't know what that is.
We're not going to talk about it. Tune in to the abdominal stretch Saturday mornings. Talk about it there. Yeah, look, like the movie was really freaking cool. It had Bryan Cranston in it. It had Elizabeth Banks, who seemed like she was having like the best time ever playing Rita Repulsa.
Oh yeah, Bryan Cranston was the
Was
head.
Zordon, baby?
dude.
yeah.
Bill
That I
Hader.
liked. That I liked.
Bill Hader was Alpha 5?
Are you shitting me?
No.
Yeah, Bill Hader was. That's right. Bill Hader
Bill
was.
Hader was
Yeah.
Alpha 5.
Okay, this actually sounds good. I'm gonna watch it.
Ludi
right?
Lin, Becky G, RJ Cycler in the movie. Naomi Scott
Yeah, dude.
is the Pink Rangers. Kimberly. Darcy Montgomery, who you know from Stranger Things,
Mhm.
is Jason the Red Ranger. They had
Wait, who's the Red Ranger?
his name's Dacre. Dacre Montgomery is the guy who was like Billy,
Daiquiri?
Dacre.
Darcy.
No, that's
DACR.
Oh,
C before R.
but it can't be Daiquiri. I'm sorry.
Can we
There's
look
no
this-
way that man is named Daiquiri.
Peach and Live Daiquiri Montgomery plays the Red Ranger. Look, Billy from Stranger Things, the brother, right?
Oh, Billy.
From Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
Billy.
That's who that is.
He's
Okay.
great, right?
Maybe it's Decker.
Yeah, Naomi
Decker.
Scott being Decker? No.
Let's look up
That man's-
phonetic.
That's fucking Daiquiri, y'all. Becky
Oh
G
my
is
gosh.
I
Trinity.
think it
She's
could
a
be
lit- she's
anything else.
I think it's
she's
anything other than that.
Anything
she's
else
a
is-
queer Latinx
Yes.
freaking
Yeah, Naomi Scott.
character. No, not
No,
Naomi
Becky
Scott.
G.
Becky G is Trini,
Oh.
the Yellow Ranger.
But Naomi Scott plays Jasmine
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
Aladdin.
Naomi Scott's she's a big deal now. Look, the movie is so weird and crazy and awesome. The Power Rangers theme does play at some point. You get some backstory on Zordon and Rita Repulsa being original Power Rangers. Rita was like the Green Ranger. This movie, that 2017 Power Rangers movie, once more, is so underrated.
I'm gonna watch it.
All right, I'm convinced.
It's also beautifully
She's
shot.
doing a good job
I'm very-
convincing us of
Am
every-
I really convinced? though?
Yeah.
Look,
I'm very easily swayed.
you guys are easy.
Yeah.
I want
Uh,
to see it from your side.
No,
Yeah.
the direct. I'm not sure who the director is. It's his name
Director
is
is Dean Israelite.
Israelite. Yeah.
Israelite? Yeah.
And then it looks like it has a bunch of friggin' writers in it because it's a big budget friggin' movie.
142
Oh, because of
point-
the original show, they have to give credit to Shitoro Ishinamuro.
So all I remember.
Ishinamori. Sorry.
Oh no! I'm sorry. All I was gonna say is all I remember from this movie. I thought it looked interesting. I didn't get a chance to see it. I didn't think anything bad of it. I just remember the internet saying they were just throwing a fit over the costumes,
Fuck
and
the
I'm
internet,
just like,
man.
I'm like, it's different. Like you don't want it exactly the same because then it's gonna look
I mean, they would complain if it was too similar to the old ones. They would
exactly.
complain if it's too dissimilar. It does look like Iron
Honey,
Man.
they'd bitch if they was
It
from
does
home with a new rope.
look-
It does absolutely look like Iron Man.
It
Like,
look whatever.
If Iron Man like owned
Swivel.
a motorcycle,
If
like this would he beat the moto suit.
I won't. I
Yeah.
could have probably done with different art design from the film, but I was so pleasantly surprised by the movie. I'm like, I'll accept all of this. Also, the
Alright.
cinematography in it is beautiful. I was looking up the cinematographer because I really enjoy it. Matthew J. Lloyd is the cinematographer of this film, who's done a few different things. He did Spider-Man: Far From Home. Apparently, he's the director of photography on that. The movie The Kid, on Defenders. In Power Rangers, as director of photography, I love the way this movie was shot.
Everyone in the chat is saying that movie is not good.
No, whatever. It is so good. I do love the Super Mario Brothers movie. No, it is good. Give it a rewatch. Give it a rewatch with a
well-
new,
Oh, you're talking to them.
with a new perspective. Just go into it once more and revisit that movie.
With a child's sense of wonder.
Look, and the,
With the pain of being an adult.
Yeah.
also Billy's character is on the spectrum, and he's a really cool. He's a superhero. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you do you not also like realize the implications of having a superhero that is on the spectrum of something that is very relatable to a lot of people realizing, things about themselves. Like, that's
Yeah,
pretty,
that's
Yeah.
huge.
that's pretty as diverse as your. Hopefully, I'm sure you can get as diverse as crazy as possible, but it's pretty diverse.
He's malfunctioning.
There's representation.
There's a lot of representation. It's good.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
I watch it.
Watch it.
Stop yelling.
But now.
Really.
But now Disney Plus is gonna come and erase that movie.
Oh, and they're gonna.
And,
oh yeah, I forgot we're talking about. That's why we're talking. About.
Yeah, and this
They're
is
gonna
why-
make it a musical number.
and they're
Oh.
gonna make it a musical now.
With the lyrics on the
Are they for
screen.
real? Is
No,
that a
I
joke?
don't know.
No, we're just
Fuck.
joking.
Oh, okay.
I hope not. That would suck.
That was.
Explosions just going off in
No,
the background.
Yeah.
who are the showrunners? Are Jonathan E. Steinberg and Dan Schatz, who are known for Percy,
Percy
Jackson and the
Jackson.
Olympians, which I haven't seen.
I've never seen it.
Huh?
The series?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
Huh?
Yeah, surprisingly enough. Like, well, I guess not surprisingly, but like, I enjoyed it
Yeah.
as like a Logan Lerman Percy Jackson
Ooh.
fan.
Okay.
Like it. Okay, here's the thing. I did sleep through some of it,
But break us down. I know nothing about Percy Jackson.
it was good, and it was good because like age-wise, he was like young. He
Yeah,
was
but
younger than
wh-
Logan Lerman.
What's the
and so,
story? Is he like Zeus's son, or is he
Poseidon's son?
illegitimate son?
Illegitimate.
Well-
I mean, they were all doing it. You
Yeah.
know? Like,
I just.
Just
Yeah.
one. I'm
find a
one.
god that wasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
So Poseidon's like
yeah, and so
bastard.
there's a summer camp
Okay.
for like illegitimate children of gods.
Yeah. Oh.
So they go to camp.
So
Yeah.
this is like it's a school full of illegitimate kids.
It's a summer camp.
Okay, I see.
It's a summer camp.
All right, solely a summer camp.
But he basically like the first book or the first movie is basically the story of like Odysseus. Yeah, it's the Odyssey, and so he goes right.
I never watched. I'm sorry.
Ah, shit. Well, I hope I'm right. But he, confronts Medusa, and I think, or maybe the second one is the Odyssey. The second one, he confronts the Cyclops.
Let me see.
I also haven't seen them, but
or
I.
maybe all three are the Odyssey. Something. There's the Odyssey. He's the son of Poseidon. He's like the only son of Poseidon.
Yes, you were right. By the way, it's Homer's The Odyssey. Basically, is about Odysseus. Is
I
famous
didn't fuck
for.
around about Greek mythology when I was in middle school. I'll
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
Nice.
But he was the key
So into
figure in
it.
the Trojan
So into it.
War, known for his strategic brilliance and cunning. Sorry.
What are you doing?
Okay, so it's like what they kind of make that into.
It's
It's
like
like-
modern Greek mythology.
Yeah.
They just like make it into a tween novel.
Yeah,
Okay.
I read the books. I never watched the show, but the show looks good.
The show is cute.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
And they do a good job. They like make the monsters like pretty scary. He's like 9.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's good. He did a good job acting.
I'm being attacked over here.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I
the
can't-
cat. That
I'm
cat's
like-
been locked up all day.
I'm trying
Okay,
to
so-
maintain.
But so you're saying the show directors, the show is like well made and everything too. So
I would rewatch and fill in the gaps from some.
there you go. Well then those guys from Percy Jackson and Hasbro will produce the series and reinvent the franchise for a whole new generation. So it looks like they're going back to some OG Power Rangers. I don't know how you're gonna beat Bryan Cranston and Elizabeth Banks. Go rewatch that movie. Anybody who's doubting how great that movie is. Okay, freaking. You didn't see it, Ty? You didn't see that Power Rangers movie?
No,
Oh,
but I
alright,
mean,
come
you
on.
said something that made me think because they're trying Hasbro is trying real hard to do I mean, they're going to do it. The GI Joe Transformer crossover movie.
Oh yeah,
Are they gonna cross over with Power Rangers?
Well, I don't know. Isn't there another toy company that owns Power Rangers?
Well,
Oh.
Hasbro
the
is
same
who
one.
is
The same one that does Miraculous.
Oh, it's.
I had a job interview. I didn't get it.
Oh, is it Mattel?
It is not Mattel. I did not interview it just for that one.
interesting. All right. Well, I mean,
No,
I
I'm
think
trying to
another
think.
toy.
They're in
Toy.
Culver City. No, I know this one because I freaking interviewed.
Yeah, yeah.
you sure it's not Hasbro? You gotta
I
love
did
the
not
glove.
interview with Hasbro.
It is Hasbro.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, they had a big ass Power Rangers banner in that office, so I don't know.
Maybe multiple toy companies make.
Power
Ah.
Rangers toys. Who made the original
licensing
Power
doesn't-
Rangers toys?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, the
I don't know.
original? I
I
don't
worked in
know.
the toy
There's a
industry, it
Netflix
doesn't
show, by
Yeah,
the way.
it
The
doesn't
Toys That
do
Made
that
Us, I
bad.
think that'll have.
See, another thing I would have never thought about. Like toys are toys.
No.
They're
It's-
not.
No, I worked for a toy company. I don't know if I should say whatever. Owner of Bratz.
Oh yeah.
And I worked on LOL Surprise, which huge in 2018.
Yeah, I
it's
remember.
still huge. I have a 6-year-old that loves LOL
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
And it
so-
was a brilliant marketing campaign because
Yeah.
it was just YouTube influencers just like opening up LOL Surprise.
well, they
toys.
basically like recreated Christmas, but in an everyday sense. Like
Yeah.
that kind of like unknown, unsure what you're gonna get, and then like
Yeah.
that was the first time that they did any of that.
It's
in the toy
commercialism.
But
at its
like,
finest.
I don't know. IPs kind of float around, but I went into this office. They had wall decals of Power Rangers, so I was like, I didn't know they did Power Rangers.
Hell yeah,
and
Power Rangers.
Apparently they don't.
Interesting.
How'd you do in the interview?
Well, I didn't get it.
She said.
But how did you feel like when you left the interview, whether you got it or not, you left that interview feeling like nailed it or like, man, I should have done better? Or...
I thought I did well. I thought the hiring manager didn't love me.
How could they not love you, Allison?
So
people
soon.
have.
I mean, like,
You wouldn't. She wouldn't be the first.
did
one,
you
I'm
hit
sure.
him? You didn't hit him with your fucking Jennifer. You should have gone in with the Jennifer Coolidge impression, gone in hot.
I don't know if that's like professional.
Fuck yeah, it is. They want to see that personality. And the Jennifer Coolidge
It's
impression.
my
will
whole
hook them.
personality.
No, but it'll hook them in and be like, look, I do impressions. Don't you want me around? Hi, I'm Allison, and I do impressions.
For your 9 to 5, yeah, that's what I want around the office is nonstop Jennifer Coolidge.
Well, I say
At
you
9
start
in the
with the
morning.
Jennifer Coolidge. You got to hit
As
them
an
with a few.
icebreaker.
You can't just be the only impression. You need to like have some in your arsenal.
Now I've got homework.
You got homework.
You got anybody's got any good impressions around here? Diddy, you got a good impression?
Not right now.
Ty, you got a good impression that I need to know about?
Not on deck, no.
All right, just wondering. Allison's got that.
I
See, that's
know.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
have
Yeah,
talent.
You having that impression on standby, that is some talent.
Wait, I gotta like warm it up though. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Like you always, not you always, but like
Can you
it's
just
always
say,
on the spot, and
It's
I
always
always
on the-
have to like I
Can you
always
just-
You have to find
start
it.
off
She has to
with, like,
find
the
it.
word Sam. Like I always have to go, Sam, and from Norwegia.
can you say I really want to work with the Power Rangers, or I really want to work on the Power Rangers
I
show?
really want to work on the Power Rangers. Oh my god.
Yeah. See?
Fucking, you have the job.
You have the job.
You're
You're
hired. Welcome aboard, Hasbro.
I have yet to do the Jennifer Coolidge on my stream.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
That's a Deeper Issues
Gotta
Nerdcast
pull out the-
exclusive, people. Now y'all know.
No, it is though, or just anyone when I'm drunk.
I appreciate that. You can only get that impression by tuning in to
ways.
Deeper Issues Nerdcast or being around Allison when she's drunk.
Which actually isn't often.
There you go.
So
It's very true.
very exclusive.
The last thing, we won't dive that deep into it because we'll get into today's haul. But there's a documentary out there that everybody should watch called The Age of Disclosure. It was all the rage at South by Southwest. I wish I could tell you the TikToker who tipped me off to this, but there's a really interesting article out there about it as well. From ooh, I don't know, everybody. Just look up The Age of Disclosure. This is the alien movie you've all been waiting for, because it's no bullshit friggin' A&E or History Channel aliens thing. It's
That was a good impression.
that aliens. It's not that. It is interviews with actual generals, high clearance level military personnel,
How do we know that?
because there's even like politicians in there, like Marco Rubio is on the freaking.
Pass.
Well, you know what either way, I'm saying that there's people who
He's on it?
a lot of politics,
Oh.
a lot of there's another senator. If I could pull up the information, I would, but I can't. I don't know. I thought I sent it via the chat. Thanks for watching the trailer,
I
Dee Dee.
did watch the trailer,
But look,
but I didn't recognize anybody. That's why I was like, who are these guys?
it's crazy. It was, like I said, all the rage at South by Southwest. People were even saying that there were audible gasps in the audience. from the film, there are points where, once more, okay, here it is. Where to watch? Forbes has the freaking article, everybody. You can kind of get a breakdown from Forbes.com. It's a gripping new UFO documentary, just made its debut at South by Southwest this past weekend. The Age of Disclosure features interviews with 34 members of the U.S. government, military, and intelligence community, exploring claims of a long-standing cover-up surrounding alien life. But it is the Age of Disclosure. God, get out of here, pop-up. Available to stream, and where can you watch it at home? It hasn't gotten distribution yet. I'll give you guys the answer. Director Dan Farah describes itself as an unprecedented and revelatory documentary that arrives on the heels of a historic bipartisan congressional hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomenon. I thought it was aerial phenomenon, but I'm dumb apparently. Anomalous phenomenon. UAPs, also known as UFOs. The film definitely made a stir. And the documentary looks crazy because there's people basically saying that they know for sure that there is intelligent alien life currently living among us on planet Earth. I
Yeah.
said this. Tom DeLonge said this. The aliens guy said this.
It's a good impression.
All right. People said this.
Yeah, we know. We've been knowing this.
We want to believe.
Mhm.
As well
Yeah,
as
more importantly, Mulder said it.
Mulder said it, but they
And
also
nobody
talk about,
believed him.
there's a race to reverse engineer alien technology amongst all the major global superpowers as well, which is also pretty insane. What you get from the documentary? Just watch it. Anybody surprised? Tom DeLonge fans out there?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
No,
you were right, Tom.
you were right.
Didn't
Hey,
know.
He sells that
Tom,
shirt.
you were right.
Tom, you were fucking
Always
right.
believed in you.
I liked Aliens and Angels and Airwaves. Sorry.
It might as well have been.
Yeah.
It might as well have been aliens and airwaves.
But I liked Angels and Airwaves.
I did too.
A lot.
Boxcar Racer.
I loved
Yeah.
Boxcar Racer. I love you, Tom DeLonge.
Even though,
Come on our show.
even though
Come on our show.
you thought Mark Hoppus was Tom.
Oh, look, I'm sorry.
Whoa. Wow.
Just for a
I
minute.
didn't. I know the difference between the two of them. I'm just the story.
He has a picture
I
with
meant
Mark.
to say Mark Hoppus,
Oh.
but it was Tom DeLonge. I mean,
No.
I meant to say.
Opposite.
Opposite.
You know what I mean?
Unlearn what you just
I
learned.
meant to say. I said Tom DeLonge, but I meant Mark Hoppus. Anyways, who cares? Watch this documentary, "The Age of Disclosure," available on YouTube. Who knows?
This-
Check out the Forbes article.
This is really late because I just looked down at my phone because I've been watching comments. My mom's in the chat. The actor's name is Dacre.
Dacre
Is how you pronounce
Montgomery.
it.
That's a
Actually,
cool.
You weren't that far.
I
Not
wasn't
that
that
far
far off.
Just a yeah.
All
That's
right.
Dacre.
Thank you,
Okay,
Ms. Chow. I'm still gonna say Dacre.
that is. I am too.
She wrote, it's pronounced Dacre, and I'm like, what is she talking about? Oh, God.
Dacre
The
Montgomery.
It's so
name.
far. I'm so
Watch
sorry,
the 2017 Power Rangers movie, everyone.
Mom, that's what we're watching for movie night. Sorry.
It's look, it's good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that. I could be. I don't know. Look,
I'll watch it. I mean, I didn't have anything against it.
watch it.
I just want to see the Zord.
Today's haul.
Ty and I went to a comic book store today, and we got stuff. This is the origins of this podcast, and we still will recommend you to walk into your local comic shop and pick up some of these comics that you need no nerdy background to be able to enjoy. Some number ones that went out there. We will be discussing a number one, as well as some trades and things of that nature that you can come and pick up at your local comic shop. I guess the first thing that we will start off with is this. There is from Mad Cave Studios. I got you one, Diddy. There's one over there. I want to say on your
The LA Strong.
LA Strong,
Yeah.
correct. From Mad Cave Studios. It's basically a charity comic for the victims of the Los Angeles fire. Drop today at your local comic shop. Once more, you can find it from Mad Cave Studios. If your local comic shop doesn't have it, you should ask them if they can order it. If they can order it, have them order some. The comic book industry basically pulled together to support fellow creators who lost their homes in the tragic 2025 Los Angeles fire. With this benefits anthology special featuring contributors as Barbara Kessel, Brian Azzarello, Brian Michael Bendis, Christian Gage, Dan DiDio, Frank Terry, Greg Pak, Jimmy Palomati, Marv Wolfman, Cena Grace, friend of the show, Stephanie Phillips, Alex Comack, Amanda Connors, Ian Churchill, Gerardo Borges. There's like,
It was really good.
yeah, it's a murderer's row of. Can I say murderer's row? Is that where I don't know if that's insensitive or not anymore. Together, there's a
At
murderer's
this
row.
point,
At this point, you're right. Together as a community, we can be LA strong. For 100% of the profits will be donated to relief efforts. To relief efforts for comic book creators. So this is industry professionals helping out other industry professionals, because losing your entire life in a fire is a pretty fucking devastating thing. So in buying this comic, you will support helping relieve artists out there.
It's also supporting. I think it's in the back of the book. It's like BINC. I don't forget what it stands for, but it basically supports comic book stores that were affected by the fires as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
thank you, Ty.
Of course. And funny enough, Allison's got it up. I forgot which comic is inside Pablo. Golden Apple is in one of the comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, then pick this comic up. I gotta get Ryan Leibowitz to sign this Mamma Jamma then. I gotta get Sharon to sign this, actually.
There you go.
As we're talking about exploiting
Oh,
older folks, we're not gonna do that. Oh, cool. What the heck? Golden Apple is in there. Man, that's a pretty great local comic shop.
oh,
What? What are you laughing at?
my mom wrote stupid autocorrect. It's pronounced Dayker.
Daker.
Boom.
Then she wrote, "Don't tell them," but I just told you guys.
Daker.
Dayker.
I was
You were
closer.
you were close, yeah.
Only slightly.
We've
Yeah.
already decided it's just gonna be daiquiri.
I'm undecided.
We can be persuaded.
Yeah.
Easily.
Let's start this argument. Look,
Flip
this
flopping.
this book is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It is. There's so much beautiful art and creativity and insanity, and this is all of this belongs in a museum.
There's a beautiful introduction to, I will say, in the book.
Put this shit in a
Go
museum
check
right
it
now.
out.
No joke. It's fantastic.
No, it's so good.
It's and I love that it's Mad Cave. Not like, I don't know that much about the publisher, but they have been popping up a lot lately with some pretty interesting concepts. Let me find something really good. Cover art, Ian Churchill. The book's $10, but it is a slew of amazing. And what's the other one? Cyanide Happiness. Is that the one of the most famous?
Yeah, that the cyanide and happiness is in there. Then, but
Seen these little guys on the internet before?
Oh yeah.
the wording in there is really good.
It's that one's really good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, "The weather's insane lately." And he's like, "Yeah, it's because the world's ending."
It is. It seems like it's like love letters to LA. And let me tell you, like, yeah, I think LA was catching heat. Well, both
Jesus.
Oh my
Fuck.
god.
Jesus.
literally and figuratively around these times, because people were talking about like, oh, there's no community there, this and that. And then here you go.
Boom.
This is fucking community right here. Okay. The people of LA and Hollywood and all these transits and all these people from all over the world that come here to create and inspire and live came together and put together this comic. And there are plenty of examples of the beauty of people coming together at the time of crisis, when like probably one of the most devastating things in the history of the city. I cannot, like, it's literally probably the most devastating natural disaster to ever hit the City of Angels. And it's really cool that all these people came together for this book. Not only is it wonderful, fantastic art, which is the levity that we need in these situations, it is community. People coming
Yeah.
together. What else am I going to say about this? Fuck, buy it. $10. Matt Cave Studios. Go in your local comic shop. You need no prior knowledge. Well, actually, you know what? There is a random, I see The Pedestrian from Magma Comics with an X. Has a little story in here. So if you're a fan of The Pedestrian by Joey Esposito, which is a fantastic comic you should check out for Magma Comics with an X once more. They have a little story in here. Oh man, this is a great book. Okay. So you I guess you need a little insight on certain things. Next up, What did we get here? Let me close out all these tabs. I have too many tabs open, folks.
That's right. Well, since you're such a big Hook fan,
Yes, Ty. Actually, this is what I'm talking about. Ty being the ultimate gift giver, because he knows the Peter Pan lore and my origin story. The Last Boy, #1. He was holding it. He's like, "Oh, this is the last copy of this. Do you?" He's like, "You."
And you
just
guys got
take
it for me?
Yeah. And he said we should get this for Diddy.
That was so nice.
But the Last Boy feature, okay, basically it's the newest release from Boom Studios. I know you want to see it. Just touch it. Look at it. We'll discuss after the show.
turn the page, wash your hands.
Turn the page.
Wash your hands.
You turn the page and then you wash your hands. Really cool. It's a follow-up to Peter Pan. Basically, Peter Pan is the last of the Lost Boys, and it's his adventures with Wendy Darling. And yeah, being the last kid in Neverland. There seems to be a lot of covers. Really cool looking book. Dan Panosian is the he's the main artist on it. Dang it. I thought I had this pulled up and I thought I was more well organized than this. Okay, yes. Years after Peter Pan adventures with Wendy Darling, the boy who wouldn't grow up is now the last one in Neverland, still clinging to his adventurous youth. Meanwhile, in London, Wendy also yearns for childhood and its freedoms from responsibility as she rails against the transition to adulthood and her family's expectations. Pretty complex kind of breakdown there of that. Legendary writer Dan Panosian takes another classic tale, The Last Boy. Panosian, along with rising star Alessa. I should learn how to pronounce these names at the beginning of each of these episodes. So I'm not struggling in real time. But that's also part of the show. We struggle with people's names. I'll ask them in person, hopefully. Alesso.
Eliza?
No, it's Alessio. Alessio.
Oh, I'm just looking at it.
Avioni of James Bond, colorist Valentina Pinto, and letterer Jeff Eckelberry. Reimagine these adventures of Peter Pan in this can't miss series from Boom Studios. Looks cool. Check it out on Boom's website. From Oni Press, Out of Alcatraz, which once more, another thing that I thought I had pulled up. Yes, I do. No, I don't have it. I thought I did. But check this out. This is from Oni Press. It's a really beautifully drawn book, covered by Tyler Crook, written by Christopher Cantwell, illustrated and lettered by Tyler Crook, who also did the cover A. There's about 6 different covers you can get, including a 1-50 variant by Hayden Sherman. Really cool looking. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought there was a Peach Momoko, but no, there's a really long breakdown on Oni Press's website for this book. I can tell you, in kind of turning through the pages, it looks beautiful. It is really well, I guess, if he's doing the letters, the cover does it perfectly. Thank you, Ty, for pulling that up.
You're welcome.
This perfectly captures the aesthetic of this entire book. Kind of pulpy, noir-y, interesting sort of comic here. It is the 19th, okay. Yeah, check them out on Oni Press's website. Beautiful looking book. Saga came out, as well as I also bought, this was what Ty was complaining about last week, The Watchmen. And I told him, like, there's like an American manga, Ty, and he's like, no.
Okay, first of all, I just said
Americans can't have mangas.
that's not what I said.
I think to quote.
That's not what I said. I just said I have bad eyes and I would prefer a larger text, but I do agree with the fine folks at Comic Book Hero Hideout. I do like that it is more compact.
Yeah,
It is a lot easier to carry.
it's true. The folks at Comic Book Hideout, 10 was in there, and I'm like, cool, look, this is the entire run of The Watchmen, one of the New York Times #1 probably graphic novel, and because I think this is the only graphic novel that they've ever talked in like 10 like best reads or whatever.
Dude, that's the
20th century.
That's the only book where if you do not go into a comic book store and say you've never read The Watchmen, because I got like death stares.
No,
Oh,
whatever.
really?
Fucking go into a comic book store and say, "Can I pick up the fucking 10?"
no, because
I've
I'm
never
sorry.
read the
When I
one.
worked there,
Oh,
I worked there.
whatever. Don't let those people bring you down.
No, my
No
nice
more
co-
gatekeeping
That's
in comic
right.
No
book
more
shops.
That's
gatekeeping.
right. My nice coworker gave me a copy, so I have a copy now.
Okay, well then they
And you've
helped
read
you.
it now?
Listen, the important
Listen.
thing is we all saw the movie and the
Wow.
HBO TV show.
I didn't watch the show.
Oh, it's good.
It's good. I heard it's good.
It's a follow up.
It's a follow-up.
It's a sequel, not to the movie, to
To
the
the comic.
But it could be to the movie as well, obviously. But there's things that they reference in the show that was not in the movie that
there's-
is part of the comic.
Right. Well, I mean, there's literally no giant squid in the movie.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very specific about the referring to the comic as what happened before in that show, and it's pretty great. But for $10, you can walk into a comic shop and read Alan Moore's The Watchmen, like one of the most, like I said, highly acclaimed comic books of all time. And what I like about it,
It's the smell.
I fucking
There it
love
is.
it smells like a book, like book magic, because it's not like the glossy pages.
What are we doing
As
here?
opposed to.
Can you just fucking Allison,
Smell
can
it.
you
Take a
please
whiff
just
of that.
flutter the pages and take a whiff of it and tell me it does not a euphoric smell of a bookshop.
Well, it's because there's so much ink that's.
Well,
used,
close your
you
eyes
can,
and
like,
then-
no, but like you can.
It's not
really smell the-
Ratatouille.
Well,
It's great.
it's so much more ink than like a traditional book would use, so you can like really. It's got a stronger smell. Than
Let me get a hit of it.
Look,
Chase
look,
it. I'm
diddy.
I'm chasing that high.
I'm chasing that Scholastic Fair high.
Yeah. Tell me
I
this.
just want to feel like a kid again.
Yes, thank you.
That's what's up. But yeah, it
I
is
just see,
very-
I see the, I see the hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
get in, really get in
that
there.
smells
Diddy.
like childhood.
That's- it's so good.
Oh,
It's
this
good.
is cool.
It's $10. It's all the Watchmen in a little compact manga-sized portable reader. Like,
And it's like paper, you
Yeah.
know, not like a magazine.
maybe it did get me lightheaded. Did I just get high off of that book, you guys?
Probably.
I feel like
you
I'm
got
tripping
high.
out right now.
You're like, I'm seeing color.
Freaking out, man.
Yeah,
I can hear the
that's why you're
colors.
high.
Yeah.
That
See the sounds right now.
No. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no! You're gonna make another drug
What-
joke.
what are
Please.
we
No,
doing?
I was not. No, I was gonna say I do like that, right? It's the introductory price of $10, which
Yeah.
is not a lot, and you're right. That's the whole thing. Like the whole series itself. If you were to get like in a traditional like trade paperback, would probably would have been like $39.
Yeah,
So yeah, for $10, that's not bad, and it's
Mhm.
portable.
The Watchmen is, I mean, any
Alan
comic
Moore,
book
yeah.
Yeah, it's
fan
Alan
will
Moore.
tell you, like, hey, if you've never read a comic book, if you want to go into the superhero genre, but this is a dystopian version of that genre, right? This isn't. This is a grounded version of the superhero genre. So it's not a feel good story.
No,
I wouldn't
No.
say it.
do not read it if you're feeling down.
It is very
Yeah.
relevant,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
but it is not feel good.
very
but
adult.
But
Yeah.
DC looks like they've created a few more little compact books like that, and I was so for it. I was like, cool, I'll take this $10, and
Yeah.
that is a great gift too for like people who are comic book fans or not or want to get into comic fans.
Yeah.
We talked about this last week, but I went and bought the
There you go.
oh, Out of Alcatraz is still up here. Dang it, sorry. Guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. The Wicked, right? The book that inspired the Broadway play and now movie has been converted into a graphic novel. And I had to go into a Barnes and Noble to find this. And I don't want to deter anybody from buying a comic book ever. So I will reserve some of my thoughts behind this.
Why?
But if you are a fan of Wicked, Gregory Maguire is the new, #1 New York Times bestselling author of this miniseries, including Wicked, the beloved classic that is the basis for a blockbuster Tony Award-winning Broadway musical and the major motion picture of the same name. His series, Another Day, continues the story of Oz. Art has been illustrated by Scott Hampton, iconic for such properties as Batman, Sandman, Black Widow, Hellraiser, and Star Trek. And yeah, I had to go to Barnes & Noble to find this. It is a price of $25.99. It is volume 1 of Wicked. Here, I'll show a little bit of the art. Oh, look, Ty, you got that. You can look this up. But
I'm getting the hang of this.
I was gonna do a whole video of this.
Oh,
Are you a Wicked fan?
I saw the Broadway play a couple times,
Movie? No?
but I was like, I have not seen the movie.
Dang.
I was taken there. I enjoyed it, but I was a big fan of the soundtrack at the time.
Got you. Ty, oh, you know, Ty,
But
you had a wicked. You told me you're like, well, look, just to go ahead, say it, Ty.
say what?
How,
you,
how
why
do
are
you feel
outing-
about
What are
Wicked?
you on about?
What do you want?
How do you feel about Wicked?
It was a nice movie.
You enjoyed it?
What am I missing here?
No, I don't know. Ty doesn't want to say anything
No,
negative
there's
either.
the.
What did
Look-
you not like the movie?
I'll say this. Look,
You know what my beef with the movie is? It's so dull. Like where they have all
Look.
these practical sets and the colors are so bad. Like
I just
brighten it up.
all I told Pablo
Oh.
is that I'm glad I saw it because everyone was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would definitely would not like go out of my way to like watch it again, but I will watch part 2.
that's how I feel about Nosferatu.
Fair.
I don't.
They're not making a second one.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but if there was, I'd be like, I'm good. Robert Eggers.
Wow, you're not gonna watch Werewolf?
I will.
All right.
But that's not Nosferatu. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I was gonna do a whole review on this. I'm so underwhelmed. And I'll tell you the thing that really fucking grinds my gears is I don't think the art maybe is not my cup of tea. But
Hand it over.
what really fucking I just gotta show this. Oh, you show it, Titty, because you got better autofocus than I do. Is what the fuck is that lettering? It looks like
Oh.
a web comic.
It looks like a webtoon comic.
It
There
looks
is
like a
no
webtoon, yeah.
soul in that
Oh.
lettering. And it
Ooh,
looks like you guys just
oh.
typed it in into bubbles. Can you? It's
I
just
don't know.
or Ty
Here,
or
give it to
Allison,
Allison, give it to
yeah.
Allison.
Mine.
Here,
But
here.
this is
It is
It's
so
rough.
It's so it's and it's I liked the Wicked movie. I hadn't seen the Broadway play. I was like, oh cool. And this is a cool thing
definitely have Allison look
I
at it.
think to have.
She can comment on the art because I'm,
Yeah. Oh
I don't
yeah,
want to be
you're an
like that
artist.
sucks.
Well, I mean, even the cover looks like it's meant for the webtoon crowd.
Yeah.
Like that. That
Which
Maybe
some
it
webtoon
was.
comics are good. Lore Olympus is really good.
No, but I
yeah.
I just
That's what's up.
what's gonna make web I'm not gonna bash any webtoon
Yeah,
stuff
I like
because
Cult of the Lamb.
Lore Olympus won an
it's
Eisner.
also the lettering is really what's killing me.
The
more than-
lettering,
It's the lettering, the font, all of it.
the artwork though too.
I
It's like,
don't love
Okay,
What's
all I
happening
need you
here?
to see is that face.
the face.
Hold on, you
Hold
got
on,
tap to focus.
Oh,
That's
just
the
my
focus.
thing.
Ty, you maybe have the better camera for
Talking
that.
mad shit about Wicked over here.
I just
But yeah, what the hell?
oh yeah.
Focusing.
Look, yeah,
Oh,
that
Show-
face. Yeah,
Show
it is. I see
Galinda in
it.
the bottom corner
Uh,
of that page. Up, up.
oh yeah.
What the hell?
Look.
That's your good witch.
That's
It's your king.
Wait,
is
yes,
it?
Can you tap on my face, please, Ty?
That's wild, honestly.
it is. It is. It's pretty freaking wild. And I was we
It's a choice.
we
for
hyped
sure.
it up. So follow up from last week. Yeah, that was. I mean, look, if you're a fan, it's $25. I found it at Barnes and Noble. Once more, thanks to TikTok and Book Talk. Apparently, 60 more Barnes and Nobles are opening up nationwide. So check it out there. Or actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Let's rewind this. Fucking demand it at your local comic shop. Place an order. They'll more than likely place the order for you and have it to you. And yeah. Okay. Yes. I'll We're gonna talk
Well,
East.
I can show what I got.
Oh yeah. Show. Oh yeah. That's right. Ty, you got some stuff.
I did
Okay.
some stuff.
Yeah. What do you got?
So well, I blame Pablo for this one. Not blame. It's just kind of funny. Like I was all set to check out. And Hate's like, hey, look at this. Absolute Flash came out. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm not like the biggest Flash fan, but I'm down. And he goes, Jeff Lemire wrote it, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
right. Okay. So an
Girl.
absolute flash dropped.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna wait for the trade on this.
Yeah. I probably
But-
should have too, but I saw something shiny.
What
Yeah.
are the so explain the nerds explain the absolute universe stuff.
Yeah, so the absolute universe, kind of like how multiverse is like the hot thing right now. If anyone is familiar with the ultimate universe for like Marvel, it's more like the more extreme, more adult. They'll show a little bit more graphic content.
Okay.
Like the big hit, like what the #1 comic of last year was Absolute Batman. And what that was Bruce Wayne, if he was rather than not just rich, but mainly a scientist and younger and not afraid to kill
And
Mm.
sexier.
and sexier.
And
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
sexier.
sexier.
Whoa.
and mom is still alive. Martha Wayne is still alive.
Oh shit, Martha.
And not to spoil it, but a certain butler is an assassin that's watching him.
Oh, but
Oh.
It's a
always
it's
does.
like
It's
a
a reimagining.
retelling or reimagining of.
So I don't know what was 10 telling us about this? Like Reverse Flash is like chill or
Oh,
something.
okay. So Reverse Flash is infamously the biggest hater in
Hater.
comic book history.
He's a hater,
Yeah,
or he's hated.
he's
No,
he's like
he's
a
a
hater.
hater.
That's
Oh.
literally like his village and origin story. Is basically just
He's
hates
just a
on the
hater.
Flash so much. He's like, I got to turn into this Reverse Flash and go back in time and fuck with this fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's like a troll.
Ruined
Yeah.
his childhood,
Damn.
killed his mom.
Oof.
Apparently, he's not a hater in this comic.
He's just a chill guy.
He's just a fucking
He's a chill guy.
Just a
He
chill
went from
guy.
hot
No
fucking just
trauma.
ultimate hater to chill guy.
chill guy.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
That's what Kendrick's doing right now. He's just chilling.
They're just turning all these origin stories up on their heads, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's like, and then the other thing is like it's just Wally West. It's not Barry Allen.
yeah, it's not Barry Allen.
Mhm. Just right into Wally.
Because Reverse Flash is chill, that's why.
Yeah.
Speaking of crossovers and multiverses, Sonic the Hedgehog
Yeah.
meets the Justice League. And
Yeah.
Oh,
like
shit.
I only pick, I'm not even like the biggest Sonic the Hedgehog or Justice League fan, but I saw like they did like some artwork. I know Screen Rant posted it where Shadow the Hedgehog was Batman, Sonic's obviously the Flash, and all the other characters were.
I thought you were gonna say like erotic Sonic fanfic.
What?
I'm sure it exists.
That's just like
I-
I'm sure it
What's the
exists.
rule on Reddit?
Internet 30 is rule number 34 of the
Thank you.
internet. Oh,
Yeah.
mhm.
No, that's not where I was going.
Oh,
just,
just wondering,
just
asking for a friend, as in Olivia.
we all know.
Olivia's the friend
Bruh.
I'm asking for.
What the hell?
I got you, Diddy.
How can you do me like that?
I got you. No, what are you doing? Like I'm helping you out. I'm doing,
What?
doing you a fucking solid
Fanfic
here.
of Sonic.
She's like, is Roger Rabbit in it?
Are you-
I'm over that too.
We read a book. So Ty and I once more in our brainstorming of how do we make comics accessible to the people who don't read comics,
Yeah.
and how do we introduce you to something that is as low risk as possible, aside from I guess just devoting your time depending on how quickly you read things. But I'd say about 15 minutes of your time to get you into a genre, into a world, into a story, into a mindset, man. Image has these really awesome breakdowns of what they call image first. And we're going to try to cover a few of these. And I love the image first because it is a #1 issue that is available at most comic shops. I don't know, not every comic shop's going to order it, but and I think Image, you can go to Image's website and they'll send you like
I think you get the digital copy for free.
do they?
Some of them.
There you go. They do, and they're $1. So you can pick up East of West, more than likely at your local comic shop, as well as a bunch of other Image #1 comic books for $1. And East of West recently, the reason why we're talking about this also is it is available in trade. So if you're like, hey, I love it, I want to say the trade is $10, $9.99 for issues 1 through 5, right? So then you're like an $11 investment
Yeah.
into a mindset, a way of life. And then and if you love it, East of West just dropped with a compendium, which means the entire series has been collected into one big fat daddy book. Like it is thick with 2 C's. It is it's thick, y'all.
Yeah.
She's
Definitely
thick.
not portable
Mm.
like The Watchmen.
No. Well, no, yeah, no.
No,
It's not. It's
no.
a coffee table book. It's
Yeah.
a book that you want to have on display. Practicality, I'd probably say, go with like the trades like this. They do have some nice hardcovers as well.
They do. Like
I think I
collector's
got the
edition.
Black Science Compendium,
Nice.
which is nice because if I want to reference something in the book, I can just open the one compendium or whatever. Because if you're a super nerd, if you're like, I'm a super fan, I'm gonna get all the versions of this book because there's a lot of really cool versions of it. East of West is collected that way. Let's go around on why we should read East of West. Diddy, why? What'd you like? What'd you think about the book? How'd you feel?
I really
Why should
liked
people read
it.
it?
I did have to read it a few times because it's
It's
confusing,
Hickman's
but
writing is
his writing is, and I've read some of his other stuff, and it's you have to read it.
it's dense.
It's dense.
He's like Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, but I
Oh
really,
my god, yeah.
yeah,
he is
Oh
like
my
for
I,
God.
real.
yeah,
He packs a lot in.
yeah.
You know,
He's like the Christopher Nolan of comic book writers, I would say.
die. Oh my god,
Oh my
yeah,
god, the epiphany, like that's what it is.
Yeah,
It
he
is
is.
for
He's like
real.
that for real. Yeah.
yeah. But I really liked it. It kind of like okay, so it kind of reminded me of Good Omens. Did you guys ever read that or watch that show?
The show.
The show, yes.
Loved it.
So good. Okay, so not as whimsical as that. Obviously, it's
No.
very much more dark.
And I've only seen a few episodes.
Okay, but it's much more dark. But just sort of the four horsemen of the apocalypse and
Yeah.
all these things out of time, and it's just yeah, it kind of gave me that vibe. I liked it, but like I said, way darker.
Nice.
But I was into it, and I
Yeah, it's a way darker,
way
grounded
darker.
version of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
Why would
Yeah.
you recommend? Why would you recommend it to somebody? And what is the type of person you would recommend it to? Like, what? Who would you be like? Oh, this book is perfect if you're like
if you're into
Christopher Nolan, I guess. Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, yeah, or like into the world kind of stuff. Apocalyptic
Yeah,
kind of
it's
really
bleak.
dark, bleak storytelling, but super interesting. And I want to get to the bottom of it. And yeah, I don't know. I would definitely recommend it if you're into those kind of genres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time. Why would you think? Why would you read East of West, or why would you recommend it to somebody? Or how? What about the book sticks out to you, or you love or hate?
So kind of going back to what you said about Jonathan Hickman being like Christopher Nolan, I think both will introduce characters a certain way, right? So like the first panels of the story, it draws you, like Olivia said, it's these three, is it the horsemen of the apocalypse?
Yeah.
What is it?
Three of the four.
Three
Anyway.
The three of the four.
Three of the four. This is from the image first, by the way. I don't know if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
See kind of some of the cool breakdowns here. This is beautiful art, by the way.
Beautiful
Mhm.
art. I really liked the pacing of it, and I know we kind of talk about this a lot when we talk about comics. Is like, how are you going to draw your reader's attention with one issue? And I always kind of gauge when I read. It's like how many pages is it going to take for me to be interested.
Yeah.
And the part where the man's on the ground and he's saying, "There's only three of you," and it's like, oh, there's the interest. Like that's something we've been pondering since the first couple panels.
Mhm.
Tie it all back together.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, hooked.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, yeah. If you want to break down of like, is this comic going to hook you from the first issue?
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was hooked from like the first couple panels of just like the weirdness of like,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
are these
The
aliens?
weird history of like everything connecting.
Yeah.
Well, not just that. I'm talking about just like the people being born from like the ground and these
Oh,
like
yeah.
pillars and what looks like kind of like Mars. And then they're like, oh, let's play the game. And it's like the eye, the feather, the bullet, and the bone. No mistaking those. He really left us for we were four, but now it's just three. But I love this, just like the
He's like, roll for initiative.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit. Like I that drew me in, that line alone of like,
It
well,
did.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
That was
where'd four
that's-
go?
Yeah. That's what drew me into that when he was like, roll.
Yeah.
And he was like, the feather, the bird. And I was like, oh, damn. What
Yeah.
kind of rules are we playing by?
Yeah. What are the rules here?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that eye?
Yeah. Where's that eye from?
Allison,
The David Lynch movie.
yeah, I have a little it's a fucking Wild West fever dream, from the
Yeah.
get go.
Yeah. I love it.
Allison, come on, this art though, like you as
Oh my
Yeah.
super
God.
tough. This Nick Dragotta is the artist and Frank Martin is the colorer. Like,
No, it's so good and like very expressive. Like the characterization and how expressive everything is. Sometimes you see comics that are a little bit like kind of blank face the whole time, and then like you've got eyes popping out and
Like Wicked.
like
not like Wicked, not like Wicked.
Not
No,
like Wicked, right?
just a lump of clay of a face.
Yeah. Literally.
Why?
No, but like I'm really caught up on just the character design of that one.
She's
yeah.
my favorite.
Oh
her.
my gosh.
Love her. Love how they're like black and white and everything is like this kind of muted, toned down, like very Western.
Yeah.
In its
Yeah, it
tone.
is.
Yeah.
It's alternate
Um,
reality Western.
But
kind
then
of.
it's got like those little bits of like cyber blue going.
Her name's
on with
Crow, by the way.
Crow.
Yeah,
She's freaking cool.
She's cool.
yeah, I agree. No, yeah, it is. I think you hit the nail on the head. Like cyberpunk. Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah, a little
It
bit.
is,
Yeah,
yeah,
like Western,
cyberpunk.
like Western cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a spaghetti western, but in space. Star Wars.
Yeah,
It's right.
Mandalorian.
It's part-
Mandalorian.
For sure. No, if you like,
but the
all those-
Mandalorian. That's
yeah.
that's
If you
for
like
real.
the Mandalorian, if you like Westworld, if you like friggin' Christopher Nolan movies, yeah, it's basically a Wild West fever dream. Basically, a Wild West fever dream if it crashed into an apocalypse conspiracy spirit theory kind of thing, and then you just sprinkle just like enough sci-fi to make you question reality.
Yeah,
It's basically what it is. It's so cool.
yeah.
And it's an alternate history. So I like that. Yeah, it's like you get that weirdness. I'll tell you what I'm a sucker for, y'all, is they did that weird thing of like, oh, let's play roll for initiative. And then before it like cuts to this wide shot. This is like very cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
then
is
Yeah.
really cinematic.
I'm a sucker for a good quote before you start your movie.
Yeah.
Or
And a
before
symbol.
And
Yes.
a symbol.
and it says the things that divide us are stronger than the things that unite us. And that is
So
Fuck.
true.
cuts deep.
Again, very relevant.
Very relevant. And then the big east of west kind of title, and yeah, then you get run into this alternate history, basically retelling of America after the Civil War, and you know how I guess religion and even from like the indigenous Americans and their thought systems and beliefs and how it divided this country into what they say is, let's say, divine intervention or not. The event marked the end of hostilities and the remarking of territories and the formation of what is to become the 7 nations of America. So you enter this fictional world, the science fictional world, where America is 7 nations instead of the United States because of, like things that happen within people's like what they consider to be prophecies, basically. It's like how different cultures interpret prophecies, create an alternate American history. And then the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse basically throwing a dysfunctional family reunion, and basically America's split into these bizarre factions that are like doomsday cults and techno cowboys and
Techno cow.
yeah,
West.
yeah, it is.
Westworld.
It is.
Cowboy
They
Bebop.
slow
Cowboy Bebop.
self-destruction and yeah, I don't know, skeleton face guys and guns and revenge, and it's tragic and ridiculously cool. And if you like stories that are grim and action and stylish and deal with existential dread and are poetic, this may be the comic for you. I don't know, all those things. Plus, there's a robot named Balloon in it, and that alone is pretty much worth reading. If you ask me. Yeah, it's fucking bananas. I mean, I'm sold on it. I mean, I'm the one that recommended that we read this.
Yeah.
As a first time reader, though, did you like? Are you or Allison? Are you guys? Are y'all like hooked? Are you like?
Yeah,
I
I'm
need to read
definitely hooked.
more.
Yeah.
East
Oh.
of West.
I loved the movie Cowboys and Aliens. So
Talking about underrated films.
Are you kidding?
No.
Well-
Cowboys and Aliens.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, for Daniel
I
Craig.
didn't like that movie, but
I
maybe I
it.
should watch it again.
It would okay.
It's fun
just
for
because I
what
like
it is.
it doesn't mean it's good.
It's
Yeah.
not. I'm not gonna.
I like that.
I will look if anybody's gonna compare the Power Rangers thing that I said to this earlier. Look, Power Rangers is a way better movie than Cowboys and Aliens. I'm just gonna clarify that right now.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Probably. Sometimes I like shitty movies.
I like the mixing of the 2 genres, though.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what's up.
John Tracy did point out if you do like Hickman's writing, that he is a type of writer that does. He's like George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
there
he's
He
you
gonna
go.
doesn't
take
get his
forever to
stuff
finish it.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has other books called The Dying and the Dead, Black Monday Murders, and apparently it took him like 8 years to finish that, and then Shield. But
I mean,
Yeah.
his X-Men run was.
yeah, he did. He's
he
infamous for
did.
an X-Men run.
Yeah.
Um,
Which was also super dense.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
like he is like it's like imagine if Christopher Nolan directed an X-Men movie, it would be Hickman's X-Men run.
Yeah.
3.5 hour long movie.
If they gave, I promise you, I'm willing to bet any amount of money if they were like tomorrow, like Disney would throw all the money at Christopher Nolan and were like, we want you to make an X-Men movie. I guarantee you it would be a freaking Jonathan Hickman X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. Although I have that beef with Christopher Nolan.
I know.
He doesn't know it, but I fucking know it. You watch your back, Nolan. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do not that extreme, but just fuck you.
Oh my God.
Who do you think you are, Nolan? You smug son of a bitch.
Oh, what's the beef?
Look,
Okay.
I know.
you know what the beef? What's your beef with it? Because you know you have beef with him. Everybody's got a little beef with Nolan.
Do we?
You do.
Do-
You do. You don't even realize you
What's
do,
my
but you
beef
do. It's an
with him?
unconscious bias. I don't know. He
yeah.
makes dad films, and he fucking
True.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Every man on a dating app loves Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Look, and here's the thing: is I don't dislike Christopher Nolan films, but he's like slowly becoming a parody of himself. I feel like,
Okay.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
right?
I get it.
It's like you know what you're gonna get now. It's like, all right, I get it, Nolan. Who do you think you are? Calm down. You flip the truck. I got it.
You're gonna get a Hans Zimmerman soundtrack.
You're gonna
Yeah.
give me a shitload of
Literally Hans
anxiety with this fucking score the entire time.
And
Gonna
he's
be a string
doing-
instrument going.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing the Odyssey. What-
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dude.
think that's gonna be cool.
I think it's gonna be cool.
I think
Look,
it's
I'm not
gonna
saying
be
I'm not watching Christopher Nolan. movies.
Just
No,
just
I'm
because
not-
we're super into mythology.
I love the memes though. It's like Christopher Nolan getting real monsters because he hates CG.
Yeah.
And it's the Northman meme where he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, not gonna not watch Christopher Nolan movies. I'm just gonna heavily hate on him, like
Yeah.
the Reverse Flash.
Okay.
The entire
and then
time.
go back in time and fuck with
And fuck with
Yeah.
him.
he's like,
Ruin
"Put
his
the left
life.
cap
I
on."
could
just to
be,
be a hater.
I
Just to be a
could
hater.
be, yeah, I could be Christopher Nolan's origin story. For all we know. Just saying.
Well,
I,
get on it.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
on it.
I'm gonna. Anything else about East to West and why we should read it? Yeah.
Complimentary color.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Read it. Walk
It's
in your
very
local
good.
comic shop. Isolated story. You don't need to know anything about comics. You just need to know I like weird science fiction, fever dream, cowboy insanity. Shit. And
Yep.
That's for me.
run into your local comic shop. Be like, give me this fucking comic right now because the Deeper Issues Nerdcast
Please.
said so. Please.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Definitely throw in the please. Cool. Diddy, where can we all find you on social media before we wrap it up?
Here at Deeper Issues Nerdcast.
That's right.
And live.julian on Instagram.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ty?
Find me at Ty Photography and here at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast.
Allison, you're streaming. You're also a streamer.
I am streaming now, and I'm having a great time. You can find me at Atiegs Art, ATIEGSART, on all socials: TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch now.
Yeah.
Twitch
Nice.
affiliate.
Yeah. So you're getting in there and you're showing off like the process of the insanely awesome art, like surreal art that you put together.
I'm really hoping that people are going to enjoy watching paint dry, like on purpose.
Yeah.
No, but like I've got commissions, I chat with people, and I've got a baller playlist. Like,
Hell
if
yeah.
there's one thing in this life that I am confident in, it's the
Can you
playlist.
do that on Twitch? You're gonna be like, hey, this is my playlist.
So far,
All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, once they tell me to stop, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Tune in to Allison's playlist. That's kind of worth it.
No, like
Literally.
there's another art streamer that I was like, if he got tired of his playlist, and then I was like, you can use mine. It's pretty awesome, and he does.
Nice.
Nice.
There you go. Allison will send you her playlist. She's here also not gatekeeping good playlist.
It's in my Twitch bio. You can
Boom.
It's a work in progress, as all the best things are.
Yes.
And it's got like 80 hours of music on it right now.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
And watching paint dry.
And watching paint dry.
And badass art. Like her art is like, it really is fucking bananas. Like kind of seeing you anytime you put anything out there. Just like, I love the skateboard decks. You got some
Thank
skateboard decks? there?
Right now, the commission that I'm working on, I'm really excited about it. Honestly, I worked on it a little before this, like right before I left to come down here. I was wrapping my stream up. And it's really, no, I love the skateboard decks.
Nice.
It's super fun.
Yeah, that is super fun. We're gonna try to commission you to do some Deeper Issues Nerdcast art.
Hell yeah.
And of course, per usual, come back on the show at some point.
Absolutely.
And I mean, like,
No, I love coming.
I feel like definitely a highlight of tonight's episode is the wanting to work on Power Rangers if Jennifer Coolidge. Somebody needs to animate that. He's sap. You can find me here at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. This is where I'm at every week. Saturday mornings, we talk pro wrestling. Big week in pro wrestling. Bananas John Cena returned, answered for the epic heel turn. I don't know if you guys know about that, but I feel like it's transcended them to the mainstream a little bit.
Yeah.
John Cena and The Rock turning on the now face, the face of WWE, quarterback number one, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. We'll kind of go through the entire week in pro wrestling. That was freaking bananas. And John Cena probably cutting one of the greatest pro wrestling promos of all time and breaking up with the fans, y'all. He fucking straight up was like, there's a toxic relationship. I'm breaking up with y'all. As there was like a little kid in decked out John
I saw
Cena
that.
merch in the front row. And they were like at an international tour. This kid's just like, he's got breaking up with everybody. You, that kid. And they fucking cut to this
They
like
cut to the kid.
poor little freaking kid from Belgium and decked out in John Cena merch. Like, why, Mr. Cena?
Oh, I bet he was honored to be broken up with.
Yeah.
It
He's
was,
probably super into it.
He's
too.
like,
Look,
"Oh,
Like, do it
TV."
again.
Yeah.
y'all, WWE is cooking right now.
Yeah.
They're cooking with gasolina. Yeah. What, did you not like that term?
I like.
You like the gasolina?
I laughed.
Okay, all right. Gasolina, everybody likes gasolina. Right? Daddy Yankee? Anybody? Anybody?
It's on the playlist.
It's
I'm being serious.
cool. All right, so until next time, y'all, be kind, keep reading, and may all of your issues be comic books.
Fantasies of God.